took the money. I took the money, I hid it good. No, I took the money, buried it deep out in them woods. 10 years in prison. Mama, I'm coming home.
Good night, everybody. Thank you.
Good night, Titan.
Where the bodies in the swamp were hidden. Mama, I'm coming home. Gotta find my way back. Gotta find my swampy home. Gotta find my way back. Deep in the swamp where I belong. And gone such a long time. Mama, I'm coming home.
Thank you. Thank you, Phoebe.
Been gone such a long time.
Thank you, Miriam.
Mama, I'm coming home. Oh, yeah.
Thank you, everybody.
Get that crawfish pie ready, Mama. That dilly gobble. You don't
Thank
know
you,
how.
Emerald. Thank you, the game. See you at the game.
And there you have it. Rock on. Hey, Ranger. What you doing? I see you back there. Yep. Yep. I can see you. Yep. What you doing? You trying to get the... Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Welcome to the game. And this is the Great American Experience is the name of the show. This is not my show. I'm the Wizard of Oz. I'm simply the guy behind the curtain pushing the buttons. Tonight's show is going to be brought to you by Sausage Gravy Biscuits Farms. SausageGravyBiscuitFarms.com. But yeah, our show is actually whatever our participants make it. So let's see what's going to happen tonight. Hey, Bubba's in. Dallas is in. Buffalo Bill. Hey, what's up? Let me get a link out to you guys, and let's get the party started. Okay, here we go. All right. Let's see here. All right. And that. All right. All right, here we go. But I thought it was cool. To start the show with Sick Pet's Swamp Song. So I thought that would be cool. Yeah, come on up, guys, and talk. Let's find out what's going on. This stuff with Biden is just ridiculous. Trump signed an executive order banning all federal agencies from using TikTok, and it takes effect in 45 days. You talk about, oh man. Oh yeah, New York filed a lawsuit to dissolve the NRA. I saw that too. I was like, what the hell? Whatever. That's some funny shit though. Oh, wow. And we just, as notifications propagate, yeah, we'll get some more people in here. But wanted to make sure y'all got the. Hey, Buffalo Bill, come up and talk to me, man. Or Bubba. Yeah. Dallas, hit the link, man. But man, had me some leftover spaghetti tonight. Oh man, it was just it's to die for. Well, we got enough for tomorrow night too. So hell yeah. Hey Neva, how you doing? Welcome in from Kansas. Well, we ain't in Kansas anymore. We're now in the land of Oz. Rock on. Welcome in. Man, I tell you what. Went to go get a load of pallets today, and the place was shut down, had the parking lot locked down. So we couldn't get in to get the pallets. But they got these 8 foot by, I think, 14 feet long pallets. It's insane. Yeah, I'm not kidding. It's friggin', they're huge. You put a couple of those together, you got the base floor for a base subfloor for a whole cabin. So, yeah, it's pretty badass. Put 3 of them together, you got damn near a house. So, this is going to make it real easy to start building the cabins. And they're made with these 4x4s and 6x4s, 12, 14-foot beams. Yeah, these things are made to haul. The place that gets rid of them is it's a place that distributes and repairs um, forklifts. So they get these things in when they're brand new and turn around and they're on these massive pallets. They're just huge. And so, yeah, I'm going to go snag them all. There's about 6 of them sitting there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm going to snag it. Oh, you don't like the pasta? Somebody didn't make it right. But, oh, yeah, we had zucchini, onion, mushroom, tomatoes, green peppers, and some hot peppers. And, oh, man, the second night cooking it, oh, yeah. Heck yeah. All right. Excellent. Bubba? Hey, is it cold in Kansas tonight, too? I know it's cold here. I mean, it's down in the low 60s. It's kind of cold. Oh, you put it on bread? There you go. Take some Italian bread and toast it. Yeah, I can see that. Oh, hell yeah. I don't usually eat white bread, so I'm all in what the side does. Hey, you two. Oh, goodness. Stop. like you don't know who that is.
Right.
Right. Hey, there's Buffalo Bill. Hey, what's happening, bud?
All right, how you doing?
Just going crazy. Different day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we picked up. We went to go pick up pallets yesterday, and I got like a trailer load full of friggin' 2x6s.
I noticed other people around me over here are
Yeah.
getting into the pallet idea too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't see them doing anything with them though.
They're just stacking them up like they want to do something.
Yeah, I mean, there's people all over the place that have say free pallets, free firewood, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Pallets are horrible firewood.
Yeah, they stink and they burn really fast.
Yeah, and they got
Great
chemicals in them.
kindling. They make great kindling, but not good firewood. Bruce, I've been a member for well, going on 10 years. Oops. Yes, sir. Loud and proud. You bet. In fact, I'm probably once we get a little more establishment done here, I'm probably going to lead the chapter here in Southeast Missouri. Yeah. So yeah. Oh, I'm building buildings out of these pallets. I'm putting. I mean, even with the pallets I've been getting, I'm building all kinds of greenhouse and a mill. And, got all kinds of stuff that I've built stuff with the pallets. Oh man, yeah, I get the really big ones though. I don't get the little square ones. I don't even play with them. Mine are 12 foot and 16 foot long. And these 4x4s and 1 inch thick wood, 2x6s and stuff like that. It's crazy. Crazy.
Well, the 4x4s, those are valuable actually.
Yeah, about $15 a piece.
Yeah.
Um, a 10 footer's about $15. So if you get a 12 footer, then it start adding up from there. Try a 2x6, 16.
Yeah,
I
I'm
got.
picking up like 12 footers and stuff.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I
And
built
then
with
and
them.
then there's those other oddball ones that kind of have a like a U cut in them for the forks to fit under.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are really good too. I got all kinds of uses for them planned.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I used to take those, the shorter ones. Well, the shorter ones, I make sawhorses out of them now. But yeah, so I make sawhorses out of them. We got several here.
Now, what's going on in my brain is a greenhouse right now.
There you go. There you go. All you gotta do is put up the structure and wrap it with plastic. You got a
Yep,
greenhouse. Done.
Visqueen, just some heavy duty Visqueen and a staple gun.
Yep. Well, yeah, that'll work. You gotta hammer down the staples. But what I prefer to do, actually, is I'll staple it just to tack it in place, and then I'll take strips of wood. You know what I'm saying? And screw them down to the board. Now that holds the plastic without ripping. Don't have just a little staple holding it on. Now it's pressure fit between two pieces of wood, and you only have a little hole for the screw. So actually, you could take most of the plastic down and reuse it.
Yeah,
It's done. Yeah.
my
Okay.
daughter, being up there in Alaska and everything, she's got a short growing season,
Yeah.
and I saw she went and got a greenhouse. She paid $80 for it.
Yeah.
and it's not visqueen. It's something heavier duty than that. It's like anyway, it's that clear plastic, but
Yeah.
it's got Velcro on it. Cost her $80, and that's where she puts all her seedlings and everything in it, to germinate
Right.
because of the short growing season. And then uh, take the tomato plants, bring them in for the winter, and see how far you can stretch them
Right.
so you can get a longer growing season out of it.
Miriam, how you doing? Oh yeah, no, but that's what we plan on doing. That's what we're been working on. One of the main projects we've been working on. So I've got a well, got the one of the yard tractors fixed today.
Oh, I'll tell you what I bought. I went and bought me a weed burner.
Yeah, it's like a roofing torch.
Yep, propane powered. Uh, I've got problems with those goat head weeds.
Oh
The
yeah.
puncture vines, the ones that stick in the bottoms of your shoe.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Yeah, and get stuck in your tires, on your bicycles and whatever. So I bought me a weed burner to burn them suckers to hell. I hate them.
Go back where you came from.
You probably got them where you live.
No, not much. No, no, not around here. Anything usually sticky bushes grows blackberries. What's the little green thing? I
Well,
love
the
berries.
other thing they're good for is thawing out ice in the wintertime.
They call that beggar's lice around here. Yeah, it's just a plant thing. Those are the seeds.
And
Yeah.
if all else fails, then I'll just use the weed burner for Antifa.
Hey, I
yeah,
use.
I was going to say that you could, spice that up a little bit and make a gun out of it.
Yeah, well, I use it to heat my room this last winter. I used it like a heater. So,
You
yeah.
little hippie,
Oh shit, man.
you need a haircut.
Ew.
Break out the weed burner on them, right?
Yeah.
Who, me?
No, he's talking about Antifa. Yeah.
Well, that was the old school way of they used to put a bowl on your head and light the edges on fire.
What you're
That
gonna
was
realize is a lot of these Antifa people,
But okay.
a lot of these Antifas, are college students earning credit.
yeah. And they're college students taking liberal arts courses. They're not
Right.
even in science courses.
No, nothing tangible.
Yeah. I mean, basket weaving stuff.
Yeah, you call it. They learn about Marx and Stalin and Mao.
Yeah. Yeah. I learned about that in philosophy in school. Learned a little bit about Marx and Nietzsche and different things like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was Hitler's favorite course of study was studying about Nietzsche.
Oh, really?
The theory of only the strong survive.
Right.
Yeah.
The alpha. Yeah, I know.
Darwinism.
Well, oh, you got your crickets. You got crickets going too, huh?
Yeah, I got crickets.
Awesome.
Yep, this is the land of crickets. I got crickets, grasshoppers, and yellow jackets.
Jimmy B, what's up, bud?
Yeah, a little tired. We got on the like almost 1 o'clock last night. This morning we left at 3:45.
30-yard
Shit, hadn't done that in a while.
Howdy, Jimmy Bean.
Oh, my daughter,
down.
big
Sounds like he's talking through an auditory.
it's been a while since I've been up 2 days straight. Without any kind of drug. I ain't even taken a drug in Jesus, like 26, 27 years.
Oh, really?
Medic, well, they would have to inject me. They kind of had to trick me, put a fine nurse in front of me, and next thing I know, I'm like, damn it. Stick them needles, boy.
Yeah.
I do like a good saline vitamins.
Welcome in, Lisa.
But my daughter, listen, she called me crying, said, "Dad, give a damn. I'm getting out of here right now." 13 years old, dude. I was 11 when I did that. And even the judge there, or the magistrate, I don't know who, but what you call it in English, they call it ministerial publico, public ministry. I guess it's like a judge, but he kindly invited her mother to come this next morning, right? Because she took off yesterday. And I got a call from the neighbors, like, I saw your daughter hauling ass down the street. And they were like, I've never seen a little girl 13 years old run that fast. And so, detective buddy of mine who called the special investigators of this area, and one of the chief investigators caught up to her. He was like, "Darling, where are you going?" She said, "No, I'm going to see my daddy."
Right on. Right on.
"Where you going?"
Hey, John.
He gave her,
You
he
damn
gave her
right.
a ride.
Yeah, John. That they ain't never gonna have a decent job. They're just gonna be useless eaters for the rest of their lives.
They're expendable. They're like, what do you call that? Non-participating game players. What are NPC characters?
NPCs, yes, non-player characters.
How
Yeah.
can a person fault passion to that level where they're empty? I really cannot understand that, guy. I cannot.
Well, that's because you have critical thinking. You know about cause and effect. You have the mental
Definitely.
ability to critic your environment.
Well said. Cause and effect. Pull the pin, drop the spoon, wait about a second and a half, 2 seconds, launch that baby. There's your effect.
You're right.
God, I miss throwing grenades. Or just leaving them, dropping them. Somebody's chasing after you, just drop it, right?
Oh my god. But yeah, Jimmy, you should build a boat. You should build a boat.
I seriously thought about that. Out of like 1060 sheet steel, welded together.
Well, you can go get pallets. You can build a boat out of pallets.
Well, treated wood with a little bit of tar on it, and then I don't know exactly the mix that.
Whatever
That
it
would be
takes.
interesting.
Beeswax and
Yeah. I seriously look. I did a test, bro, and it takes around 600 pounds to sink a blue drum with a sealed top. Right, seal it with good black silicone. That's the hardest you use. Use that sandpaper, make a nice edge. You put a bead on it. You lock the ring down, and you paint it. Okay, so I figured out how many barrels it would take to put 1.5 inch by 12 inch by 10-foot planks on them, under 4x4. And then put the walls up and have a floating house.
Of course. And then you
Yeah,
float that
seriously.
all the way to fucking Texas.
Yeah, man. You piss it off the front porch straight into the lagoon
Our
or the
oceans.
lake.
Yeah, just
Well, yeah, you get a good set of waves going, man. You're screwed.
Hey,
A house that needs an anchor.
can you hear the helicopters going over my head?
yeah.
I sure can.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's a GE 701. That's a Blackhawk, isn't it?
I got helicopters going over my head every day.
Okay.
You live in a hospital.
Huh?
You live
Hey,
near
Bill,
a
how
hospital.
was your day, man? Oh, but
No,
so you're
I
talking about
live south
a bell.
of Hill Air Force.
Oh,
I got
okay.
Hill Air Force Base just north of me.
Okay,
Well,
so you probably are looking at Blackhawk.
maybe so. Yeah.
Yeah, because that sounds like a GE 701 turbine.
I couldn't hear it well enough to tell you, but I could have told you.
Well, this here is really good.
I
This
heard.
one, look,
Well, I heard it, but I didn't hear well enough.
yeah, it was loaded. It's pretty heavy. It's probably got medical equipment and everything on it. What do you call those?
Yeah,
Kilo models, or is it Quebec model?
got flying bananas over my head half the time. Troop
Skybus.
callers.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah. Formations
Love.
of jets flying over.
Now them bad boys, they shake your windows, man. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Bruce Wayne said, "Welcome in." He says that there was a bunch of UFO orbs witnessed over Las Vegas last night.
A UFO. Oh, orbs. Okay, the sphere.
Yeah.
Huh. You know, that's a phenomenon that I'm very curious about that, y'all. Because we do have static on the planet and we have a roaming magnetic field. Hmm.
Yeah. Well, they have a tendency to show up just before earthquakes.
Magnetic field. Interesting. Oh,
I've
shit.
seen weird stuff.
You just said what I thought you said. I'm a little tired, man. Kind of like slow cranking here.
No, that's okay, Jimmy. We're used to it.
We get those over here.
Dude, I'm going to jump through here. Uh-huh.
It's all good, man. We know eventually we'll get there. I love you.
I kind of opened myself up for that one, though, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. It was right there. It was like
Jimmy Bean.
no matter where it went. So
I'll be there.
Jimmy Bean.
I did it again. Hit me up, bro.
Have you ever been up in a FUO? You ever been flying in an FUO?
FUO. What's that?
Fucked up object.
Oh, yeah, I was on board. I was on board missile repair for a while. That's when you get punished in aviation, and they make you do in-flight like hydraulic checks and stuff like that. So you're like 2 hour flight that you got to be standing up, hooked up to your monkey suit on the hook, and you got to have a wrench in your hand. That you have to have a lanyard because if you lose a wrench, yeah, they call it lawn dart effect because the helicopter comes down like a lawn dart, right? Yeah, and spec ops ain't no joke. Man. They do some jacked up stuff. Damn it. What do they call that? The IBS? What is that? You're a medic, bro. IBS. Irritable bowel syndrome. That's it. When I first heard people talking about that and introducing these damn creams and stuff, you remember back in the late 80s, right? I was thinking, itchy butt syndrome or what? What are they talking about? IBS, right?
Yes.
Hell, on the ranch, dude, you got to pick ticks off your own ass cheeks and stuff.
And we
Dude,
also say it was ignorant bastard syndrome. And she's
yeah,
like,
these
it
days.
usually comes with a full bird. He's just at IBS.
Uh, I mean, it's interesting, isn't it? It's like as soon as they become a major, they're looking forward to something, but they don't know what it is yet. And then when
Right.
they get that lieutenant colonel, they're like, "Okay, I'm almost there. I can taste it."
Almost
It
there,
seems
right?
like it seems like they give them like a series of injections to give them like some kind of lobotomy. Because as soon as they become a colonel, it's
Ignorant bastard syndrome.
like,
Because it ain't what they thought it was. They just realized they was a secretary for a general somewhere.
Called
exactly.
IB.
Hey, bring me some coffee.
Yeah, they got to be
India-
cops.
India Sierra. Yes.
You got a nice reverb going.
IBS.
Yeah, you broke up kind of weird there, Buffalo. What's up?
Kind of like one of
Yeah,
those energy surges.
I'm gonna be weird on here. It's the way it is.
Right?
Yeah, it's there. You can't see it, can't tell where it's going. Or nothing. You know the Bible that's really interesting how it talks about the wind. And the principle and the context in which it talks about it. Dude, it's so good to have my little girl around here, bro. Now tomorrow night,
So you were
What?
she's gonna be talking to you guys. Watch.
Uh,
Yeah, you're gonna freak out, dude.
what were you saying, Buffalo? Bill?
you were talking about IBS, irritable bowel syndrome.
Yeah, itchy butt syndrome. Yeah, I guess that would involve parasites, right?
Probably.
Of some sort.
No, I was talking
Yep.
about spaghettis and building cabins and with pallets the size of houses.
That is interesting because the pallets that you're getting, I had no clue that they were like industrial, humongous monster pallets.
Right?
I'm used to these little 4.5 foot by 4.5 foot kind of jobs,
Oh yeah.
little tools.
I even in crates. I can get big crates.
Nice. Looks like I'm gonna need a new bulletproof vest. I actually came around. I'm not as sore as I was. Dude, I'm 50 years old. I was sore for a whole damn week, bro.
There went another helicopter.
Test flights. Got to keep them worn off so they're busy. My daughter wants to be a pilot. I'm gonna have to take her up.
That's why
And it's hot.
that's why I wanted to be a mechanic. I wanted to be a mechanic for Blackhawks. Because guess who's got a test?
No, I know that pretty bird from its nose all the way to its sweet tail.
Mm-hmm. But the mechanics are the ones that fly that thing indiscriminately. And they get to fly crazy to test it out, make sure it's right.
We used to, but the few chief pilots that were in charge of maintenance and servicing on the aircraft, they decided not to after some family members of some people actually died. Was that at Benning? Fort Rucker. Fort Rucker, that's where it happened.
Yeah.
Yep. I'll be
So
damned.
my step the son was Air Force, went over to Afghanistan, and his helicopter got shot. He was a helicopter mechanic, and they crash landed upside down in a lake in Afghanistan.
Torsion
And
effect.
when he crash landed, he said the lake sewer. It was a great big giant sewer,
Come on.
and they were trapped
Literally
inside. And they were
landed in shit, sinking in shit. Come on.
yeah. They
Wardrobe.
got big lakes over there that are just a sewer.
Dude, we were flying at like 120 feet. It was a chalk of 5 Blackhawks, and we had 2 little birds underneath us doing a little scouting, nap of the earth woodline, just ahead of us. And you could smell the shit right on the ground, no matter where they're at. It's normal. Kind of like here in Honduras. I mean, you see cars pull over and they're just whacking it out, just urinating right there, looking at everybody waving at them. Hey, what's up? It's just a normal thing over here, I guess. I guess that's where you get tropical forest from.
Yeah, Germany. As long as you got your back to the public, they don't care. Yeah.
No matter what you're doing, really. 3 times I saw a couple having sex in an alley, like not way back in the alley in the shadows either. I mean, like, hey, y'all, watch this,
Daytime bears in the house.
He said when they pulled him out of that lake, it was all covered in shit.
Damn it.
That called fire in the boat. You damn right. All right. You just got off work. He said.
Big typhoid. Stagnant shit. Oh my god.
Don't even tell me about it. I already have.
Yeah,
Bubba says
I
that's
kind of
the
got a little
shittiest
typhoid
story you ever
myself.
heard.
Mike,
Hey,
I got typhoid.
Miriam, where you
We
been,
didn't
girl?
know. It's the mess hall cooks didn't boil the water like this to us. Seven of us got weed.
Yeah, they don't think about it when they put it on the corn or the vegetables. They just, yeah.
Dude. You know what does it mean when you get so used to chow hall food that you miss it? should I feel ashamed of that?
I miss it. I miss those omelets.
I miss the shit on the shingle because you can make sandwiches out of that stuff, man.
Remember those omelets?
You take a little patty from the MRE, the meatloaf, and you do your seasoning on it. You throw that bad boy in the heater, and you get the crackers, right? Now, always save the little mustard and mayonnaise and ketchup packets. I always had a big old pocket of them, right? And I've had them in my rucksack. I'd take them with me in my cargo pocket. That'd make me a big ass sandwich, man, right there on lookout. I sure would. And you let it sit for a while, and it heats up the crackers, soaks up the juice.
What, Buffalo Bill?
Jimmy, did you ever have sea rations?
Sea ration.
Sea rats.
Talking
Yeah.
about from Korea and Vietnam, right? Oh no, you're talking from before then. Yeah.
I had sea rations, dude.
When I first got in, we had sea rats. Yeah.
Really?
Yep. I got the sea rations kind of grow on me.
Yeah, I like the cigarettes and the gum. That was the shit.
Huh. They still do that.
I like the chocolate bar.
Diversifying. They're using Skittles and stuff now too for the soldier.
How about ham and eggs?
Shit away.
How about ham and eggs in a can?
I don't know about no.
No, I've had that before. The chow halls and combat zones can still get it. It comes in a nice big foil like that. They just poke some holes in it, throw a little water, and boil it for a little bit, and then they rip it open and serve it to everybody.
Hey, Barry.
You like those ham and eggs in a can?
Y'all can look up taste tests. People actually find their grandpa's stash of MREs that he kept for years. 50 years old. They're like, ooh, let's put this on film. Let's put it on video.
Well, they came in a cardboard box, not a plastic bag. They came in a cardboard box.
With literal
Yepper.
cans in it. That's where your little P38 comes from if you got on your
Right.
dog
Every
tag.
one of them had
Yep.
every one of them had a P38 on it. Yep.
Uh-huh.
I used to have about a dozen of them.
Yeah. I was finding them when I finally got out and I got back to the property in Texas there. Everything I looked through the years that I would bring home and store up from the ranch house with my granny, I must have had, well, to be honest, it's probably around 20, 19, 20, 21 maybe. But I would find the weirdest places. If you have one in your pocket by accident and you wash it in the washing machine, it's going to stay in there. Even when you drive, because that little hook on it, it'll grab a hold of it. Yeah. And then you fold it and pack it, and it's there for years.
And you put on your pants and you cut your leg open.
Yeah. That wasn't fun. How the hell? Yeah, you did that shit before, didn't you?
Yeah, I sure as hell did. What the
All
hell
right,
is that?
I don't feel so alone anymore.
I'm bleeding. What the hell?
I learned somewhere. Bam.
Yeah, they
Battery.
had spam. They had spam. Handing them.
Yep. Spam will last, dude. It lasts about 4 years, maybe 5 years longer than expiration date. Tells
And that's
you
just
it
going
will
to
last.
open air. That's just an open air.
Well, look at the
Hey, Conrad,
preservatives. They do.
there's a place that sells them online, like for like 50 cents a piece.
Oh, good Lord. Where Sick Pat turned me on to budk.com. You find some the big ones there. Yeah, I got a little pack of them. I think they send it like $2 for a 5 pack or something like that. I don't know. These days.
Pro Life. Hey, Michelle, how you doing?
You remember the ham and eggs in a can?
Yeah, yeah.
Somehow I do remember that.
You have a story about eggs
Damn.
in a can.
And the SOS, the cream with a little bit of beans and a bunch of meat.
Corned beef hash?
You take your crackers and you crunch it up in there. And I miss some old canteens, guys.
But yeah, the
It's
ham
been
and
on
cheese.
Facebook today.
I'd find the cheese.
Dude, they got
Go ahead.
okay, they got pizza, tacos, hamburgers. I mean, it's lasagna. You got Indian rice. You got Arizona brown rice. White rice still sucks, by the way. And but it's something to keep you going, you know.
How the hell is that possible to be
Um,
102 up there when it's only gotten up to maybe 82 here today? I mean, I don't understand why it's so hot up there. That's crazy. Up in
jet
Wyoming.
stream.
I mean, we're down in the 60s tonight.
Hey
We're down.
Bruce, they were talking about doing that. What about a month and a half ago, 2 months ago? About doxing people, and they've been doxing people a lot, and they literally go to their house. Alex Jones was talking about that. Ah, damn, I said that unsayable name. They're gonna
That's
put me in
okay.
YouTube.
Sorry. We can say Alex Jones around here.
Yeah, but they got their little AI crap
You
going.
know, they can stick their AI right up their ass.
Yeah, well, if anything happens to chat, guys, I'll apologize ahead of time. The bastards. Now, when Trump did that little executive
Closer
order,
to the sun. Yeah, I'm thinking so.
dude, people are arming up, dude. But like I said the other day, make sure you weigh your rounds. Because C4 weighs a little bit more than black powder. Smokers. If y'all care to remember, Korea and Vietnam, they actually tested it in Korea. But Vietnam, they went all out, man, intercepting enemy drop boxes of what do you call it? When they airdrop ammo or you send it on a mule's back or something, they would intercept it and change out every, I guess, 6 or 7 bullets with a high explosive round, and they would literally pack it. Yeah, that would suck. Hey, I'm gonna get this enemy. I'm gonna make my colonel proud of me. Boom! There goes half your face.
I'm too tired to hook it up. Oh shit! I think I find enough energy to hook it up, and then get tired. 102, you damn skippy. I'd be all over that thing. I'd be like, shit. Because as soon as you get cooled off, bear, you're going to sleep like a bear. All right? Yeah. You're going to sleep well once you cool down a little bit.
I've been cordially invited to the police chief's barbecue for the graduating class of Honduran National Police, the police academy down the road over there. Turns out that I know the guy. He was in the Navy. He was retiring quite a few years back. He's the first one that gave me one of those round things you pull a little ring out of, and it's got a little spoon on it. Yeah, but it happened to be a crowd control CS.
Don, we ain't gonna be able to recognize you when you get on camera finally. You're gonna be
all out.
like us. he's gonna lose so much weight we ain't gonna recognize him. Check him out. He's like, it's crazy.
Yeah, in Iraq, I had almost no fat content, dude. Your whole uniform just gets white from the salt, from the sweat. That just, wow.
That was Larry's phone.
Sorry.
It's all good. I was
I
like,
don't blame you, Dumb Bear. Sorry, bro. You're gonna love my daughter. You're gonna be on tomorrow night.
oh yeah, cool.
Everybody in town, the lawyer, she's staying at the lawyer's house, right? Because I don't have anybody else here, and the other people around this area, yeah, I don't really know them that well, and I don't trust them. So she's staying at the lawyer's house for a few days till we get things worked out. 13, Maria Elizabeth is her name,
Yeah,
and
battery.
this lawyer's taking her all over town.
Don't you know those crowds? Hey, they're not out of control. They're doing exactly what they're told to do. That's what he's talking about the riots in Portland. The mayor came out and said these people aren't out of control. Oh, really? They're burning buildings. They're beating the shit out of people. They're killing people.
They're even getting paid to do it, man. That's
they're not out of control. Exactly, Jimmy. You're exactly right. These are fucking mercenaries. These are communist revolutionaries willing to do shit for a dollar.
What did they call that? The youth brigades.
Yes, sir.
That is what they call the youth brigade.
Right. And then what they did is they used the school system, the college university system to fucking bring them about. They mirrored the ROTC systems and methods and trained
exactly.
faster. And that's why they're all in the liberal arts programs, because that's where they have the teachers that would support their efforts. Pass them no matter what. Teach them about Mao. Teach them about Marx and Lenin. And
Well, you're seeing a lot of Mein Kampf right now too. I mean, it's mixed, man. It really is. Brave World '84. I just a little bit of this, a little bit of that. They're really mixing it up.
yeah, weren't there some? Was that the elections going on in Tennessee or something? Something happened.
The local election.
How those elections came out.
Illustrious Tullahoma, Tennessee. We finally got us a four-way light in the central square.
Oh shit!
The only light we got in town. Stoplight. Yeah, Tennessee is awesome. Batteryman, Tennessee. I've been all over Tennessee. It's so beautiful.
Hey, Michelle.
I'm gonna have to take a shot.
Hey. What's up?
So how's it going over there? Did you ever figure out that front yard lights?
No.
Did you plug in it? So
I did. Yep. I plugged it all the way up to the front of the house outlet, and that outlet's out too.
Yeah.
And the other one I would have to get by the pool plug, and then some of the lights went on, but not the pole light, just the garden lights.
Without the extension cord plugged into that front porch, go out there and hit that reset button. And I'm telling you, it'll reset.
All right, I'll try before I go to bed.
If that red light is on, unplug that extension cord. Make sure it's not plugged in. Nothing's plugged into that outlet. Hit that reset, and you should get a green light. Okay? Because if that red light is on, means the unit's getting power. It's just not passing it on. There's a trip switch in that outlet, and that's what that reset button resets.
Right.
Okay? So without anything plugged in it, you should be able to hit that reset button and the red light go out, and possibly a green one shows up. Okay?
Yeah. I'm here.
You're ahead a couple of hits on the
No.
Yeah, I can tell. Look at you.
I'm good.
You say fire. Okay, then if you haven't fired.
It's one thing after another, though.
Yep. You know what? Yep. And that's why I use this. You know what it does, and you know how it.
Do you know anything about ceiling fans? Because if I put the one upstairs on high, the whole thing shakes.
Well,
balance.
It's you got to work out the balance on it. That's all.
How do I do that?
Take pennies.
When the blades are dirty and you had to clean.
Don't you have to buy something? Don't you have to buy something at the store?
No, you can use tape and pennies.
Okay.
You tape a penny to the top of the blade. Once the blade, make sure all the blades are clean, and that might fix it.
I did that. I cleaned them off, and it still shakes.
Okay, well,
I can only hear one person at a time, Jimmy. What did you say, Wizard?
All right.
Figure out which one. Put it on low and watch and see how it wobbles. Try to figure out which blade is where the wobble's going.
Okay, now once you do that,
take a piece of tape, like a Scotch tape or whatever, and tape a penny or two onto that blade.
Okay.
Then turn it back on. If it gets worse, then you go to the other side and the blade across from it. Okay? And you keep moving that around until it gets better. Then once you figure that out, then you turn around and you add pennies till it stops. In other words, you put more weight on the blade. And you just have to pick up the tape and put another penny under the tape.
And you just leave the pennies there?
Once you got it right, you don't. Yeah, that you weighted the blades.
Glue them to it.
You could glue them. Yeah, but tape is
Bill, they're notorious for the
eventually.
screws working loose.
Now, once you got it right, you have to retape it.
Yeah, you gotta check the screws.
Because once you get it right, because guess what? If you don't tape them really well with on a clean surface, take a little alcohol pad, start throwing pennies at your ass eventually.
It made me laugh. Thanks.
Right.
It just, why does everything have to break when he died? Like, it's just
It's
weird.
not about that, babe.
Yeah, as soon as he died, the stuff
always
started
breaks.
going wrong.
Oh, stuff always breaks. Every time there's always stuff that breaks down. It just gets old, it gets used, it gets broken.
So
You know?
fucking pissed. I hope that driver rots in fucking prison. Excuse my language.
I completely understand. I do. But now, man, all this stuff this is just life. When you have a lot of stuff, you have a lot of things to maintain. Okay? It's just hand in hand. Okay?
I got the weed whacker, the one that you told me, the new one that he bought that you recommended getting. He got that one and I figured it out. So
Rock on. Excellent.
no more gas power.
Right. Just keep those.
The battery's charged. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'll have to video call you when or if I have to use the generator, show you, because he got the one you recommended. So
Right. Good deal. Good deal. Yeah, I know. You showed me that one time. You already showed me. It's got that big old battery on it too. So you should be good to go. With that, you just make sure you have it charged when you get started, and you should be able to do your whole job. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Now, don't leave them on the charger. But once they're charged up, you pull them off the lithium. ion.
Okay, yeah.
Once it's charged up, you pull it off that charger, and you
All right.
unplug that charger, because the charger's still going to cycle even if it doesn't have a battery on it, because it's going to check to see if there has a battery on it. You unplug the charger too, and you extend the life of your charger.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people don't realize that, and but those chargers are only going to operate for a certain period of time. They're like a cell phone or a computer. The less you use it, the longer it's going to last. Okay, so if it's not plugged in, it's not cycling its circuitry, that circuit's going to last a lot longer. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you got a device like that's a battery charger, once the batteries are charged, pull them off the charger and unplug the charger.
Mm-hmm.
And your system will last a lot longer that way.
Okay.
Right.
The heck is beeping?
That's my battery backup unit.
Okay.
And I left a fan on today. And I'm thinking,
You might be low today.
yeah, it's got to be. So I left my little personal fan on. So I'll have to check the batteries too. It's time. I got to check levels for cells and stuff like that and make sure everything's right. Because we had plenty of sun today. There shouldn't be any reason why it's beeping now. I just have to check things out. But yeah, just you're strong and you can do this. I mean, you have to, and you don't want it to be left to somebody else. You know what I'm saying?
What, my children, you mean?
Well, everything, all the whole situation. You know, you can do this.
I hope so. Hope you're
I
right.
know so. I know you can. You're strong. You know, and you can do it, and you're gonna be all right. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy, where'd you go?
What's the time? What's the time bomb? I planted. You must answer the set of riddles if you don't want to defuse it.
Right. You're not talking about the beeping in the background. That's my battery backup unit. It's telling me the batteries are low. And I know exactly what I do. Hold on a second.
We have smoke alarms that is attached to the whole house. So like it's the one that runs them all. And like I remember the one night it was beeping in the middle of the night. You drove me crazy.
All right. Yeah.
My husband got out of bed and finally changed the battery, but I forgot where he did that. So I'm gonna have to figure when that happens, how I'm gonna change the battery. It's all this stuff that's on my mind.
Beautiful mind. You got the capacity of warming up. Really do. Don Bear said it right there. There you go. That's why I told my daughter that this afternoon. Hey, you got faith in you, girl. Exactly what I told her.
Hell yeah.
Oh.
So,
Judge, I will not be abused no more.
so did you say you got your bike back, Jimmy?
No, actually, my 13-year-old daughter. And forgive me for bringing that topic up. It literally took off. One of the veterans that lived there was watching out for my kids, right? Because the woman goes apeshit every time I come around in town, and don't even want me to see the kids. She's a little bit on the violent side, right? My daughter literally, she smacks my daughter smacked her right back, and I don't blame her. I mean, you don't do that to a kid. And well, yesterday she just did the fuck it thing and just took off running as fast as she could. And
Yeah.
as soon as the guy, he called the detective, who's a buddy of mine. I kind of work with him a little bit. He works with the special investigators in the Navy here in Honduras. And it's actually a pretty tight knit group, man. These guys are good. So he calls an inspector police unit because he knows the guy that's working in that area. And so he went and looked for her, found her, and brought her to a town like an hour away. It was the main office. And she said, "No, this is my daddy. He's spec ops. He's over by the military base at Soto Connor Air Force Base. And this is his number right here." So they called me, and dude, we got back over here. She said, "No, I ain't never going back there. I'm going to my daddy's." And so they called me, and we went over there, did a little paperwork and stuff, and she made a little declaration that, hell no, I ain't going back. That's exactly what she said, man. Hell no, I ain't going back. People treat kids like
Well,
that.
I was asking you about your motorcycle.
Yeah, well, the guy still owes me about $5,000, but I know my daughter, and that's not a little toy plastic electric. That's what ever since 3 years old, I've got a 150 right now. This is a four-wheeler, or had until the mother apparently she gave it to the whole community. Everybody, that's what she says. Like she's a different person on it every day. Like, good God, man. I won't get into that one. I'll probably spoil your evening. But anyway.
All right.
Yeah.
So
she literally had the neighbor's keys in her hand, and the guy, and she was thinking about stealing her car. She can drive, dude. I was teaching them on neighbor's Jeep.
Yeah.
Well, out there before I came here.
Yep.
There a song about that? Ranch Jeep. We had an old International.
I just say, it's time for pie. I'll be right back.
There you go.
Pie.
And you always do that. I want some beer battered onion rings.
Thank you.
Things are awesome. Onion rings. Oh man, I would love some onion rings. Huh.
There you go.
Well, Dallas, you're in the United States, right? If I remember correctly. Or are you in Canada?
He's a guy in Tennessee.
In Dallas, you can update passport within like an hour or two. Get there at the right time. Even if it's 2 years expired, as long as you have it. Hell, my passport expired like 6 years ago. It
Hey,
wouldn't take
Michelle.
them like an hour.
What?
Sorry.
Right.
What's up? Wiz?
When's the last time you baked something?
Before Tom and Anna passed.
It's time for you to go make some pie. Because pie is the answer.
You think so, huh?
I know.
What would be the answers for me to be with Anna and Tom?
Making pie. Together.
Very interesting. No, therapy. Look at that.
I'm telling you, pie is the answer. And you make it from scratch. Get you some blueberries.
That's why Grandma and Grandpa and great grandma did it. I guess.
Make
Isn't
you
that
some
something?
blueberry pies to die for. Find you a nice crust recipe. Get you some crystallized sugar so you can sprinkle that on top. You know what I'm saying? Or you can do the old-fashioned way because you can make the crispy crust like you do on a. You can actually top it like you do a. You put on the crust for the pie and the strips, and then you turn around and you put the flour and sugar mix, and then you drizzle butter over it. And when you make that thing, it'll be crispy, crunchy, sugary awesomeness right on top of the pie. Pie is the answer. You can do that. What's up, Bubba? How you doing?
Hey, Bubba.
Now, Emerald's hitting on something right there. Sinking your teeth into something is a good way to deal with things.
Well,
I have a complete opposite. I can't eat.
Yeah,
Well,
but I
I'm the
mean,
same
like,
way.
get it into something. Yeah.
that blueberry pie is really, really, really good for you.
It really is.
There's majorly health. It's a big health food. The crust, not so much.
Just today, I did something productive to take my mind off of the shit bothering me.
All right.
Dude, I'm proud of you, man.
That productive thing, of course, was make Jello shots.
I can't.
I
drink
knew it.
Oh, good Lord. Oh.
God bless your soul. My family make
Strawberries,
wine
by
and
the
moon
way. Let's see here. I drank a liter of vodka. I drank some other people's vodka too. Don't know how much. Had a few beers.
Damn. You've had a party day.
I was down though. I didn't like everybody asking me, "What's wrong? Would you want to talk about it? You want to talk about it? Hey, what's bothering you there, Mark? You want to talk about it? Hey, you can talk about it." So
I'm not going to ask you to talk about it.
I had a little blow up and said, "God damn it! I told you no 400 fucking times. I don't want to fucking talk about it."
Like I
And
said, okay.
Well, see, blowing up is not the problem. Mark, or Froggy, or what are you calling yourself now? Anyway, you know who I'm
Uncle
talking
Bubba.
to. It's how you do it.
Well, we was talking.
As an old sergeant, I tend to get a little too loud, and yeah.
This guy's a veteran. He got PTSD. I guess he's just trying to help.
Right.
Somebody yelling at me actually soothes my PTSD. It doesn't activate it. If I'm surrounded by a whole bunch of strangers, that's when I start getting adrenaline going, and I'm like, nope, I'm out of here. Can't even go to a mall, dude.
Like he kept. Now, I know that's healthy or some shit. That's not what I want to do. I want to keep that shit bottled up where it belongs until I just explode one day.
Well,
That's how I
okay,
feel.
You don't have to. You don't have to let it build up to explode one day. You look at it like here. Let me show you.
Nope.
Just mentally think about it like this: you're in a rainstorm, and you put up an umbrella so you don't get wet. And what happens to the
Let
water?
it run off your back, huh?
It don't land on you. I just turn it over to God and put up my umbrella.
Amen. Amen. Yep. Grandma used to say, just let it roll off your feathers, just like a duck.
Just let it roll off. Because I'll tell you what, it ain't gonna make no difference except for mess you up for where you got to go.
If
So
you accept, if you accept what that situation is trying to do to you, if you accept other people's opinions, you're letting them control you. Bottom line. It ain't a I don't give a fuck thing. It's just like, who are you? You know what I mean? I'm the one that owns this body right now.
you know,
But I was dealing my way and calming the fuck down too. But God, they just kept. But both of them kept talking about, "You okay? Are you okay? Are you okay?"
Oh my lord. Yeah.
Fuck out my face.
Crow Minion, what's up in the house? Aaron just yells, "Come on!" and the rain goes around him.
Aaron uses sonic vibrations to get through the rain.
That's a
Aaron
good
don't like
that's a
to
good
get wet.
analogy. I love it. Yep. One of those Jedi tricks.
That's what it is.
Welcome in, Drivio, whatever how that said.
Crow's here. Hey, Crow.
I think it meant, hey, girl.
Well, we talk about just about anything. We talk about what's going on. We talk about things we like, things we hate, that piss us off. We talk about guns, food, life, the great American experience. That's what the show's called. So that's what we talk about.
Hey Bill, what do you think about this NRA attack? This communist witch up there saying we need to disband NRA completely.
It's never going to go anywhere. It's never going to go anywhere.
I don't think so. It's just another distraction, is what I think.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is.
When they do the distraction, go loop, you know, you got
They
to
want
watch
to
out for
diminish
something
their
else coming.
ability to. They want to diminish their presence. They want to diminish their attorney. They want to deplete their.
Her name, Laura.
Hey, anyone know where Goat Master went to?
Where's Canoes?
Where's our Goat Master?
Somebody's got goat fever tonight.
Yeah, we need fire in the bowl. Okay, that's right.
You know?
And we don't have a goat master.
You know, these houses down here are mostly tin roofs, right?
Yeah.
And got a raccoon in the area. And he seems to love this area here because it's got the biggest trees, I guess. or whatever they eat, it's got the most of it. That's why they hang around, because it's a feeding area. He's walking on the roof right now. Sound like he's freaking tap dancing. Like two of them sounds like.
Buffalo Bill.
You see in the area.
Good night, everybody. Good night, Wizard. Good
Taking
night,
off
Bubba.
for life.
So,
Yeah, I have to get some rest. My sister's coming out for the weekend, so
Hey, just
All
go
right.
take a shower, wash off the day, start fresh tomorrow.
I know I got to eat something.
Yeah.
I haven't ate since yesterday.
Oh Jesus! Well, you taking vitamins?
Yeah.
No, I stopped
Yeah.
taking them.
Take your vitamins. Go take your vitamins before you go to bed. All right. You'll
Good
sleep.
night, guys.
brought to you by
Brought to you
All right.
by what?
Bye.
brought to you by
Sausage Gravy Biscuit Farms.
.com.
That's right.
Just watch over her, take care of her. That's
Amen.
a powerful heart. That's a powerful heart right there. Full of passion.
Hey, Singularity, what's going on?
On Twitch, huh? Huh.
Hey, Zoom's here.
Zoom.
Yeah. Chromanian, Buffalo Bill. Buffalo Bill, are you feeling like transparent again? Good grief. Bruce Wayne, what's going on?
Still got his ghillie suit on, man.
I get that way too, but nobody would tell me not to leave if I was talking about leaving. They'd be like, "Get the fuck out of here, Bubba."
Well, we know how you are. We keep you around, you get all pissy. And you start going off on people. You know. So if you need to go, it's need your space. That's all there's they know. It ain't like we just met yesterday. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's not embarrassed.
Right.
Got a good
So it's
point.
all good. It's not meant in harm.
Well, I'm gonna go drink this beer. I brought a few with me.
Well, if that makes you feel better, good grief.
Good. Also, I'm kind of thirsty. I've been drinking liquor all day.
Beer ain't gonna help. Yeah, drink some water. Drink some water, and then you'll feel how drunk you are.
I'll start detoxing immediately.
You see how red his face is now. He's pretty tossed. He's gonna be.
Plastic on the bed.
You drink some water, you're gonna. Yeah. Be careful. Just drink a little bit at a time, though. You drink a whole lot at once, it may come back at you. But yeah. And then you can go back to the beer if you can hold the water.
What? I don't drink water unless I'm dying. Like I have to hit a dangerous point of dehydration before I drink water.
Well, I'm just
Make
saying.
tea. Make some tea, man.
And I
Right,
wonder why.
tea, juice, Kool-Aid, I don't care.
Why they keep putting so much salt in V8? The V8 was my favorite, man, back in the day.
V8 is amazing.
Yeah.
You know what my favorite way to drink V8 is?
What's that?
Basco juice.
Gotta pour it in a real cold glass, like a frosty glass. And then you add you a couple of splashes of hot sauce and fill it. Give that a little mix. V8 and
That
vodka.
sounds good, man. That sounds real good.
It is. I know.
Got a little mix of cold and warm, and also you got the little spice kicking in after you drink it. Nice. Dang.
In fact, that's a great idea. I think I'm gonna go. You know what? I've got a juicer. Um, one of the fancy ones that will juice. I got to go get that. And oh man, that's right. We got cucumbers and tomatoes and onions and all this stuff. Make the juice right there, man.
What is it
Drinking.
about carrot and cucumber? When you see what I used to do, Mama showed me. You blend it up in a blender with just a little bit of water, just enough to keep it moving, right? Then you boil it for a while. You top it up, you top it, and you boil it for a while, and you let it sit. But man, that is a good mix, man. You put that carrot in there, whoo, and with squash even,
Believe it or not,
cucumber's got the special.
you know it's really good, and I just kind of sound weird, but it's cucumber and apple.
Oh
It
wow.
tastes awesome. I used to love that stuff. We had some green apples. You know what I'm saying? I juiced some green apples and a cucumber.
Gone Bears leaving.
And it was.
Twang to it.
Saying goodnight.
You're fading out? All right, brother. Well, God bless you and dream well, Patriot. And we'll see you
Have a
tomorrow.
wonderful night.
Yeah.
Y'all know I'm on like a third wind right now. I'm about to fall down asleep right here on the floor. And I'm just so excited my daughter's here. About damn time. I told her time and time again, you're gonna have to take a stand, baby girl. This is mama's country here, and they don't give a damn what a gringo thinks. I have to drop bodies or something to get their attention. They try bullshit. I had to call Colonel one time. Damn it. Black people are dumb, man. Well, third world country, not a very good education system.
Well, we're about to become one of those. Yeah.
You
So
know what? That's a good topic, man. That's a really good topic.
cool, Brett.
So you look
Bruce.
at the framework of what they're doing and how they're organized, and it's kind of looking at the scales on a dragon. Find that one scale that's loose. But this is really interesting, isn't it?
Did you read Bruce's?
Keep looking and seeing what President Trump's doing. Now he came out of the box a little bit, man. He took the gloves off a little bit. I think he's about to start putting on the steel toe boots, if you know what I mean. Kicking the living shit out of people, out of the ones that are implanted. But damn, there's so many of them, guys.
A lot of times, Buffalo Bill, the panic attacks are, a part of it. Yeah. Very much so.
Never thought I'd have a panic attack till one night. Like, damn it.
Yeah. It's no fun.
When
My
the wife tried to throw me down the stairwell, I'm sorry. The wife tried to throw me down the stairwell in front of my daughters. Both of my daughters grabbed a hold of my shirt, my arm. Like, you ain't going nowhere. You know I got this bad knee, right? She knows it. Damn.
Yeah. Well, my panic attacks got so bad I had a heart attack. And I died.
That's what you were talking about before, like a year and a half ago.
Oh yeah. Well, this happened in '89.
No, I mean you told the story. That's the first time I heard it, man. It was a little over a year ago.
Right.
I remember that.
Yep.
Flo, you woke up in a panic. I'm damn, dude.
Yeah, and I'm familiar with that too. Yeah.
And my wife was like 4 months pregnant, and I don't know how. I don't even remember it, but my daughter leaped up out of bed. She's a real light sleeper like I am. And I had hit my wife in the shoulder and I kicked her on the hip and threw her out
Right.
onto the floor.
Yeah.
And I was just having one of those combat dreams.
Fire in the bowl stops that.
You know what? So many people tell me that. So many
Fire
people,
in the
but
bowl stops that.
I've seen so many ignorant fools that smoke that stuff that I just, for years and years, I hadn't even touched that.
There's a time
Years.
and
I
place.
make a certain.
Like a lot of people drink beer. That's how
Yeah,
I
that's what I calm down with beer.
okay.
Sometimes I'll mix some
But the
fruit juice in
beer
with it.
doesn't stop. Beer doesn't stop the panic, the terrors, the night terrors. Yeah. No, they don't have a clue. But when you smoke the medicine, you don't have the night terrors anymore.
I did once. I woke up on the floor on the back porch of the ranch house in Texas and had no clue how the hell I got there, man. No
Right.
clue. Dogs are looking at me with big eyes. And I'm like, uh, pups. That's what I call all the dogs, pups, right? Out there anyway. We got like 5 generations of the same family of dogs,
Right.
badass hunters.
But yeah,
So,
Don Bear's got a great point here. Never forget God is in control. God is in control. Okay?
Yes, he is.
Learn to trust him and you will find that your life becomes a lot more peaceful.
hey Don,
Yeah.
bro, you got me back into the prayer warrior groups again. Like what, 2 years ago, and my daughters and my sons also keep taking pictures of these bruises that Mama will plant on them, right? And well, I got a whole entire. I don't know how many people are praying, and all of a sudden my daughter's like, "I'm leaving. I'm going to Daddy," and she's here, bro, right down the street over there, lawyer's house.
Go, master.
But yeah, no, I'm just saying that's what I found to be my answer. That's how I've been existing. They gave me 2 years to live. If we didn't find a way to figure out how to solve my issue, I wasn't going to be around for very long.
Well, with
And
the balance that I'm seeing, probably could have went like bipolar if you
that
didn't find a
no, I
solution.
was going to go dead. Okay, there
Yeah,
was no question about it.
usually
I already died twice,
procedures
Jimmy. I was
die.
dead. I was dead. I was revived twice. Okay, I was. There was no. We got 2 years to save your life, or you're dead, kind of thing.
Huh.
We got 2 years to figure this out because you ain't gonna exist longer than 2 years at this rate.
Okay, neurological miswiring.
Um,
Literally, your lungs
yeah,
and heart are just
there was some of
stopped.
that because some of the stuff I had, to deal with.
Yeah, yeah,
So
and you kind
when
of
you
explained that a little bit, dude. That's some heavy stuff, man. Damn it.
Well, exactly, it is.
Hey,
Even if
10 part
it's
of your
just
life completely
right,
dedicated, and they're like, well, without Vaseline even. Come on,
and I
come
was 18
on.
years old, and I was 18 years old. Okay, 18 to 20. So
Kind of like the learning years when you're just starting to learn how to have experience.
right here's life in your face, motherfucker.
Yeah, I know, I
Now,
know.
and it's your job to be the
Yeah, I
corrective
was in downtown Nashville,
as a paramedic,
homeless.
as the medic on the teams I was on. Yeah, it was our job to fix the problems that came to us.
Make it
So
happen.
yeah,
Boy, we are too. Make it happen, dude.
that's it. right? And you're responsible for it. My chief warrant officer for our section in HHQ was he's ex-Korea, ex-Vietnam, airborne, you know, the usual
He
kind
was
of
like
thing.
a chief 4, chief 5. He was, yeah,
CW, no, CW, CW4, chief surgeon,
yeah,
first
chief
armored
4.
division. That was my section leader.
Huh. You
Was the
got some
CW,
pretty good old chiefs, man. I'm telling you, you got some
he
really
was
good old chiefs.
chief surgeon of the division.
Holy good
That was the
Lord.
guy I reported to. Yeah. Okay.
That's the
That
kind
was
of guy that get your dick blowed off and sew it back on for you, and it would actually work.
yeah. In other words, he was like, I tell you what, he was such a hardball, but we got along great. And there was a group of about 4 of us that would go out drinking, and he went out drinking with us. He had a problem, though. He had some leftover problems with Marines from Vietnam and shit like that.
Okay.
Okay.
Like my dad.
You
That
know,
was one he was
it
an
really
engineer,
was.
yeah, that went into the Green. They turned into the Green Berets, but they never like honored him and his company.
Well, he got drunk really bad one night, and one of his madnesses, is these
Yeah.
motherfuckers. We got to figure this out. You know what I'm saying? There's got to be a fucking way we could take care of this. And he's talking about a situation that he was in Vietnam.
Oh
So
damn.
he's flashed. Okay.
Right.
And we're like, oh fuck. Okay, no, we got to deal. We got to
What do we
protect.
do with this?
Right. Well,
Yeah.
we knew what's going on. We knew what's going on. We weren't.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Knew exactly what was happening, and he knew that we knew that he had this issue and warned us. So we were like I said, we were the, you know, we were the medics that everybody needed. Terrorist teams, you needed. That's all kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Certain
Before
little
the,
injections you don't
before
want
the
to use
term
them.
terrorist actually came out. Right. So turn around. He gets drunk. He flashes out, and we're like, I think we can handle this. We just let it go through and stuff and be fine. Oh no, it's not that easy. And walk 2 fucking Marines, loudmouth and half drunk
Oh
themselves.
damn. Yep. Here we go.
There we go.
Ignition. We got we got fire. Oh my goodness.
He beats the shit out of these 2 kids. And I'm like, holy fuck, he's gonna kill that guy. So I go over and I was like, Chief, and I grab him on the shoulder and he turns around and he backhands me like right across the jaw, knocked me out. I was like, oh shit, he's gonna kill this guy. So I really got to get him off. And the only way I know how to do it is I can hit him in the side of the head and hope he passes out. Right? I know how to do it, so so I go for that. Only he moved and I hit him in the jaw instead and broke his jaw. It stopped the fight. And turn around and he's reeling in pain on the floor. Next thing you know, CP walks in the door.
Oh man.
I was like, oh, fuck.
Dude, this got to be one of those bullshit stories. I mean,
everybody's, at least in the area where all this shit's happening, I'm the only guy standing. So they're coming at me.
we're in the canteen, right? And our sergeant major is a Vietnam vet. I mean, we're talking. He'd be sitting there at his command sergeant major's desk next to the office from the colonel, right? The battalion commander. He'd be lifting weights, talking to you. We're talking gorilla size. This guy was 11 X-ray, even before it was 11 Bravo. It was like he was raised in the swamps of Louisiana. Well, that's where he was raised. But this guy, he would do the same damn thing. I mean, all of a sudden, just like that, he was like a completely different guy. Not in panic mode, but so focused that you're like, damn. I think we got to go now. That kind of thing. And he ripped a wall. We're talking along the hallway. He ripped the whole damn wall out. And
Hey, Carpenter Patriots in the house. Rock on. Rip the whole wall out, huh?
yeah, all the way along the hall. And you know what he said the next day when he was sober again? Well, you're talking one of these the old sergeant majors that wear 3 canteens. One of them's got pure vodka, the other one's got like a Kool-Aid or Coke solution, and the other one's just water. Share with somebody. Damn. When he left the restroom, the whole damn hallway filled up with the smell of his piss. It's like gasoline too. I was just like a PSC, and I'm like, damn it. Well, nobody messed with that guy, man. After that, he became the command. He used to take me out to the gunnery range, the howitzer range, because I was running shine for my grandpa ever since I was like 10 years old, man. I'm a master driver, drive damn near everything under sky, and dude, it was so. I guess we kind of bonded, right? He would bring me out some chocolate with what's that drink that starts with a K, kind of a cream, a liqueur cream. I don't know, but he would make this hot chocolate with a little bit of coffee and this liquor in it. He'd bring me out a canteen. Dude had like 8 canteens, man. He made the soldiers carry his foot locker. You remember the old wooden foot lockers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tons,
Yeah.
kind of brings beer.
He didn't need his high cream. He didn't need regular. He knew what was going on.
I'm conquering some beer, Tanya said.
Yeah.
She's on vacation.
Tanya,
Right. She's taking a trip
sunrise.
without leaving home.
Yeah, but
Rock on. Right.
good to see that name, Tanya. So, Tanya, my baby girl, the oldest one, Marie Elizabeth. Yesterday, she decided to just leave. Like I want to be with my daddy, and literally, the veteran I got watching over them. He's like an inspector type guy here in this country. And he saw her running just flat out, balls to the wall, just running as fast as he's ever seen a 13-year little girl run. He calls up a couple of buddies who wind up, one of them's an inspector unit,
Some of that
and
catnip.
does investigations. He picks her up, brings her to another town over there, and she said, "I'll never go back." And she said, "I want to be with my daddy." Well, the judge said this morning, "Yes, ma'am." I mean, literally. He speaks Spanish, but he knows how to say yes, ma'am. He looked her square in the eye and said, "Well, you're going to your daddy's then." And she's right down the street at the lawyer's house right now.
Right. Drink long and prosper.
No.
Drink long and puke.
Oh, God. Oh, my Lord. I guess I puked like twice in my lifetime. No, 3 times.
Bubba's going for it. Bubba's already, I think he's trash, dude. I think he just gets a little bit of fluids in him. He's going to realize how drunk he is.
Tanya needs it.
And then he won't remember shit.
You got a good point. Once you get dehydrated, man, it don't go through the liver very well. But once you throw a little liquids in there with it, whew,
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Then
that room starts spinning, and you're like, I can't even walk.
Right.
Grandma.
Otherwise, you're going to spew because your body doesn't have any more fluids to process the alcohol, so you're going to spew. That's what I heard.
I used the word spew with my daughter this morning, and she just looked at me, and then all of a sudden it clicked. And she started cracking up.
Right.
What's with these new modern soldiers? We don't have an obstacle course over here. We don't have any observation helicopters, attack helicopters. All we've got is these utility helicopters, right? They don't even have a dojo, a video game generation, and I'm just
Bruce, you rock. You rock.
He said.
Right.
This is a rock. Here's an island. A waterfall. I'm kind of a waterfall guy, you know.
Cuckoo, cuckoo.
It's onion.
I'm fucking you.
Right.
Cheers.
Right.
Them Oilers. I never really got into football, but back when Pittsburgh Steelers and the Oilers were a really big deal, hell, I wasn't like, what, 10 years old back then, guys.
Dobo
I knew it.
arigato, Mr. Roboto. Dobo.
Come on, man.
Right.
Have you did maintenance on your batteries? Is that why it's doing that?
Not those. Not yet. I've been, yeah.
Oh, that's right. You got a schedule.
Right. I was supposed to do it on the 1st, but it was my brother's birthday, so I ended up doing something else.
Oh, all right. Okay, I hear you. I try to use that one sometimes too. You know?
Yeah, I need to get underneath there, check the levels and shit like that. So
Sometimes you got a good point. Sudden death overdrive.
but yeah.
I can hear the cats trying to get up, or is that them coons? Yeah, I got my chickens. I got them perched way up like that, but.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get a bunch of stuff done tomorrow. Because it's gonna start raining again on a regular basis, so I gotta get some shit done tomorrow.
So speaking of rain, it's about to start raining cats and dogs here again.
Really?
Looks like it rained like hell, or like a foot and a half of water on the street. To me, that's a good thing. Clean them streets off. Ain't nobody else can do it. Not in this country.
Right.
Kind of sick, man. Literally. I mean,
well, I mean, with working with the wood and stuff like that, we really got to get some shit done. I got to get some stuff put in dry area. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Get the wood put in a dry area or make a dry area so that we can keep some of the wood dry. You know what I'm saying? That kind of thing. I got a couple panels set up so we could paint them and get them squared away. I got to make the cooler, the freezer box. I got a lot of the wood already cut and painted, so I just got to do the plywood stuff for the most part, and then that's done. That won't be I can get that out of the way.
what do you do? What do you use to cure the wood with? Oh, you're using already cured wood, aren't you?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I'm not using raw right now. I'm recaptured pallets from pallets.
Right.
Stuff like that. So
yeah, actually, they look pretty badass, man.
Yeah. Thanks. Well, I'm just saying. I take wood and reuse all this stuff. We refurbish all that. You know what I'm saying? I know how to straighten wood easily. It just takes a couple of days to do it. And you just wait it out, wet it down and wait it out and turn around and you wait it out. Pretty much that's the rule for straightening wood. You wait, you get take a heavy cinder blocks and stuff like that, stack those on.
We used to use big rocks.
Well, you can use big rocks, yeah. Right. You can do that too. But you get it wet and you set it up so that it's bend. If it's got a if it's warped like this, you set it up so it's like this on the ground, and then you set the blocks on top in the middle, and you just weight it out. As it goes down, you want to stretch out your weight further down the beam. But I tell you what, I can take a 4x4 and straighten them out, even a twisted one. It takes a little longer. You got to do it like 3 or 4 times, but I can even get twists out of 4x4s and the such, 6x6s if I've got enough weight. But the pallets we seen today, I couldn't get to them. The place was closed down, probably considered a non-essential service or something like that. But they're a forklift carrier service company, and turn around.
What more could you want? There you go.
These pallets that they got for these things are like 8 foot wide and like 16 foot long.
Ready for building.
Yeah, you're talking about 4 tons or even more.
The small pieces of wood are 4x4s. The main structure of it's 6x4s that are 12 and 16 feet long. We just take these damn pallets, if I can get them on a trailer, secure them down. All we got to do is bring them out here, set up center blocks, side by side them, and we got a 18 by 16 building. You know.
Yeah, you got the
cabin. Boom.
The heaviest roof. Yeah, that's in one case that you want a heavy roof. You know, and
well,
there
that's
you go.
a heavy floor. I mean, that's your floor base. Boom.
Okay.
Base deck. Right. You just lay your
screws in each one of them. Hell yeah.
And you just lay on your subfloor, the 3/4 inch TNG, and then frame up from there, cap it out, and particle ply and siding. The roof is
particle ply on the floor.
Particle ply on the outer. No, not on the floor. You use 3/4 TNG.
There you go.
For the subfloor. And everything's painted before it's assembled.
Yep.
That's why you do it.
That's the fun part.
That's what makes it take so long. But it'll make that building last 100 years.
Great grandkids will be enjoying it. Talking about great grandpa.
Because I treat it with what I call stained. Because it ain't paint, it ain't stain. It's a mix of it. I use 4 gallons of redwood cheap stain, and then I mix in 1/3 of a gallon of
black,
of a high grade exterior black latex. And I'm telling you what, I've got rabbit cages out there that I built 8 years ago. You know what I'm saying? They need a repair now, but that was 8 years ago. Rabbit cages rarely last more 2 or 3.
I use a little mix of diesel with some used car oil. The oil that I've got using in the chainsaw.
That you're making creosote. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the old farmers' posts and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah. You know, I use oil paint over it if I need to, but most of the time you really don't need to.
If you're gonna make it the right way. You put a touch of kerosene in, you put some used oil that from your changing of oil, and you put some diesel fuel in, and you mix it all together, and it makes you creosote for poles for putting up fence.
Singularity, you think you feel old? Oh my God. I was a class of 84. Well, I was in the service in 83 and had my high school GED.
That was 8 years before me.
Right.
I went in 92, bro.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what, Jimmy? I was born on a Friday the 13th. Ended up joining the service on a Friday the 13th.
Get married on Friday the 13th too?
Yeah. And get this, my oldest son, he was born on a Friday the 12th. And his oldest son my oldest child's oldest son, first child actually. He's the third, right? He was born on a Friday of the same month on a 11th.
We're
My
darn close.
my grandson is on the 11th. My son is on the 12th, and mine's on the 13th. Right. It's pretty cool.
What
Crazy.
really shocked me is having so much fun in the Army and working my ass off. And when I get out of the Army, I come home, my granny and my mama, which my mama would take care of my granny. I send them home money every month, right? And I get there, and it was about 3 weeks after her birthday when she passed away. Now, my birthday is April 30th. Her birthday is May 1st, very next day. You had a life like that too.
But now, I tell you what, some of the best things in my life have happened on Friday the 13th. May not have ended so well, but they were some of the best things in my life. Yep. And I actually consider every Friday the 13th is a birthday. So I'm like 87 or some shit.
Yeah, imagine being born on February 29th.
Right.
Leap year. Yep.
My daughter's oldest boy, he was born on the 28th. So one more day and he'd have been the 29th.
And like the redheaded stepchild of all of society.
Right.
I wonder how many people statistically are actually born on leap year day. I bet they all smoke crack too. Oh, just saying. I mean,
Just say
Cro-Magnon asks whose beeper is going off. That's ours.
That's my my inverter up here. It's telling me the batteries are getting low, and it's okay. It's not a problem. Even if it goes down, I'm still
Bill,
on
you
my
got a
laptop.
running system on that? I mean, are you using it for lights and charging your?
Oh yeah. I had fans running earlier and a light on and all that. So
What kind of cable you using?
I'm only on 4 batteries.
Of the cable from the batteries to the inverter.
Oh, it's all 6 gauge.
Okay. How far away is your inverter from the battery bank?
About 5 feet.
Okay, get you some 4-aught welding wire.
I got that. Actually, I run 2 out between the batteries.
Okay. Now, what I do in my batteries, with the little marine batteries, got the little butterfly screw on top. I take a piece of copper pipe, measure it, set the batteries out right, and I pound it down with a little sledgehammer, one of those minis, and I drill holes in it, and that's how I hook all the batteries together.
Well, I just use a nut and a stud. These come with a stud on top of them and a nut.
Yeah, exactly.
And I make all my cables with the proper connectors and crimp them down. And
I fill them with silver solder.
I haven't used any. I haven't needed to use anything. I could use some dielectric grease, but I haven't. I haven't even done any of that stuff because I want to monitor.
Maintenance.
Well, I maintenance them once a month, so
I mean, nothing's gonna.
Yeah.
Well, you got pretty good observatory skills.
Right. Well, you just keep your maintenance schedule, and your stuff stays right.
Yep.
You make the proper cables and make the proper, strong connections, and you don't have a whole lot of problems. I mean, if you look at my stuff on Emerald City, I've got a series of stuff. I'm going to put together a playlist of all the ones that say more power, and it's all the solar and battery stuff that I've done, and it shows all my setups and stuff like that, and where I got what, and all that kind of jazz.
Schematic.
Well, it's all on video, showing you exactly what's all set up. I don't necessarily have a schematic out.
No, I'm relating your whole video to a schematic,
Sure.
but visual like live action in a video kind of schematic.
In fact,
Sorry, I think
I've got 2 more panels coming, and then I'm gonna buy another 4 batteries and put together the set that's gonna power this deep freezer. And then
where are you getting your panels from, man?
the company is through eBay, and the brand on them is HRSQ or something like that. Anyway, but
There's a solar tech in Tennessee. I think it's Tennessee, around Murfreesboro, around that area, in
but I get
Nashville.
them for 75. They're 100-watt 12-volt panels, and I get them for $75 a piece.
Talking about 3-footers or 6-footers? What?
They're actually about 2.5 by 3, 2.5 by 3 foot.
That's a pretty good voltage.
Yeah, they're coming out with 18 on average. They're pumping 18 volts in direct sun. So, and yeah, there's plenty of power. I went and got some of these generic radiator fans,
Okay.
because I told you I'm working
Cool.
on a ventilation system. I want to put a vent in the gables of the house in the garage, right? Well, I got these radiator fans for a car, the generics, with a mounting kits and stuff like that. So,
Honda, Toyota usually. Yeah.
right, I put the panels on the roof that I've got already. I got 4 of them up there, all connected in parallel on 12 volt, and hooked them up to those fans. Those fans get so damn loud and move. It's like crazy. Just on the 4 panels. Now it'll definitely run 2 of these fans, big time. So guess what? We got full blown ventilation ready for the garage when, you know. And I'm gonna put one. I was gonna put one in the house, but it doesn't seem like it's gonna be as hot as I was expecting. I was expecting some 100-degree days, and we were going to have to ventilate this house. You know what I'm saying? So,
Guys, hey Bill, God bless you, man. I'm giving out. I'm about to drop and flop.
okay, rock and roll. So, Papa Smoke, take you out.
Kind of have to, man.
Yeah.
Do the rook drop flop.
And on that note, what is it? Fire in the boat.
Get it on, get it on. And God bless all of you. All of you.
Yeah.
Man, y'all are so special. I wish you knew how special you were. Always make yourself at your true value, you know? And you'll see prosperity.
Brought to you by Sausage Gravy Biscuit Farms.com.
Let's go. Bruce Lane, what I think you and me have a very similar syndrome. When I get a lot of people around me or something is just not right, my adrenaline, it's like I have no control over my adrenaline anymore. I get it, for example, if I took Tanya out to get some shoes and a purse and a nice pretty dress for, an event, and I'm around all these people that I don't know their faces, they're not wearing uniforms, it's kind of like my natural environment to be active. You know what I mean? On the battle camp. But all of a sudden,
Buffalo Bill, dream well, Patriot. Just take note, man. Remember, God is in control. Let him carry the weight, brother.
but y'all gonna hear all that. Y'all gonna hear me preaching more, man. When y'all get to meet my daughter, y'all gonna be like, yeah. And just remember, boys, I got a shotgun. Okay.
All right, Jimmy. Have a good one.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Hey, Patriot, Carpenter Patriot, grab a link, brother. Come on up and talk to me. I got some questions I want to ask you.
I'm gonna check you guys out tomorrow. Hey, Oz, about what time frame are we on right now?
I usually
have
on by about 10 o'clock, usually right around 10 o'clock, Central Time.
No, I mean on the stream, on the live feed. I'm not getting any. Okay, it's right at 2 hours. Good deal. I got it. That way I can pick up and check out your questions and. Oh, you guys,
Okay.
every one of us have experience in certain things, and I'm learning, bro. And God bless you.
Right.
Have a great night.
All right. God bless you, Jimmy. Oh, man. Dream well, Patriot. I'm telling you. Oh, yes. Come on, Carter. You can do it. Absolutely, man. Okay. Good. Put it up there again. Yeah, hell yeah. Come on. Come on. And there's no way for me to shut off that alarm. Are you still in charge?
No.
Oh, okay. All right.
Well,
I was just wondering why it's so long.
Oh, you closed off, didn't you?
Yeah, it shouldn't be going on, but that's all. There's nothing plugged into it. But yeah, no, because now I'm like dark. Yay.
You didn't want me to shut off?
No.
My bad. I'm sorry.
Hey, Carpenter, what's up?
Not much. What do you need to know? You must be fucking desperate.
I want to know what you got to say about.
Oh, not much. I got my mask today.
Oh no, you got a mask today?
Yeah, I got it. Let me see here. I gotta get it. It's the one that says, "Fuck this masks and the cocksuckers that require it."
Oh my God, I want to see this.
Let me see here. Give me a second.
You got it.
I'm a 10-foot holder, so my camera's covered. Now I gotta fucking go back here. Get up.
There you go. That's freaking awesome. Whoa, not the back button. Hammer time. Right. Yeah, there you are.
Let me check. Okay. Do you like my mask? I got 2 of them.
You got 2 of them? That's awesome.
Yeah, that's in case Jackson has to go to like the dentist or something. I have to wear one. I'm wearing it to the dentist or the doctor or whatever.
And you got one for Jax.
No, that's I can't do that to him.
I would.
No, I gotta watch. I gotta be careful with that. He's my grandson, and I gotta have sleeves. Like they're already fucking leery of me. But see, he busted that tooth off. Remember?
Oh yeah, right.
Okay,
yeah.
well, we busted it off again, hitting it on putting a bowl up to his mouth to drink milk.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I smacked it hard and broke it off. Well, I had to take him back. Well, the dentist office, you can't fucking go in there without a mask. I don't give a shit. Because I went in there and told him I'm not fucking wearing one. Well, you can't come in. Well, then I could leave Jackson in there. But he didn't want to. He was freaking out, was scared, didn't want to go without Grandpa. So that's the only time I put one on. And I complained about it the whole time. Told everybody they were stupid for wearing it. These things are fucking ridiculous. Could you please hold it down, mister? And then they said my last name. Then I started looking at them and telling them, you guys know this is all nonsense. Why are you bothering with this? You know? But
Right.
that, you know, with Jackson, it's a different set of rules, you know.
Yeah, I know. I got you.
He's not the hill I die on.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
you know, when I go to the grocery store and stuff now, because it's mandatory everywhere, and I still haven't ever worn one. But when I don't take him to the grocery store with me anymore because I never know
Right.
when that time is that someone's going to confront me, and I'm not going to walk away from it. So I just he stays at home now when I go to the grocery store. And
Right. I you know what? The only time I don't have a mask. I have a bandana. Okay. And I use the bandana. And yeah. And I only do that because you have to have something when you go to Six Flags.
yeah,
And so you got to have something. So the bandana, I do that, and it's the traditional red bandito bandit.
but I
Bandana.
guess my daughter went into Walmart, and the person confronted her about it, and she looked at him and started screaming at him. I have a medical exempt and I'm not explaining myself to you dumb son of a bitches again. And just walked past the guy. And they let her go into the store. She was the only one, and her friend was like freaking out, you know. And they let her go into the store and get her stuff, and they didn't stop her.
Right. That's I've been doing that at Walmart.
Yeah, I told Mel, you got to be careful, Mel. It's, you know, be careful. Dad's a little different deal than you are. You know.
I haven't said it yet, but I was thinking I might say I'm exempt from a mask.
I usually just put my hand out and either shake my head or say I'm not participating, and I just walk by them.
Right.
You know, I just walk past them and ignore them, and then I just think, wait till they come and start hollering at me, you know. But they don't. No one's done nothing really. I haven't worn a mask. I haven't had to wear a mask at all.
Right.
Not grocery stores.
I just figure I'll smile at them if they push it, and I'll be like, "Look, I'm PTSD, so keep pushing."
Yeah, no. And then I've had people look at me and they glare at me, and I just smile back at them.
Right.
You know. And then the only ones that have confronted me have been positive, which is kind of floored me. You know. That like, what are you doing without a mask, and why are you? You know, how do you get by without? And they've been positive. You know. They haven't been. It's surprising. I haven't seen that where the lunatic comes up and starts screaming at you, you know?
Right.
I'm waiting for that one because I'm just going to let them go off, and then I'm going to look at them and tell them, what I don't understand is where in the hell you think your opinion matters to me? You know, why you'd even bother talking to me about this? I have no idea where this is coming from because I couldn't give a shit. That's what you think.
I'll tell you what, the crazies are out there, though. Because,
oh, yeah.
I had a lady tell me, I was the only person in there without a mask in the Walmart, right? I'm serious. It was really bad. I was really disappointed with the people. And turn around but everybody's looking at me like, what you what you know?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And I'm like, this wasn't in my local Walmart. This was one closer to St. Louis. And and they're all looking at me like, what you know, like, where's your mask? But they had this one crazy lady tell me I don't have to listen to the voices in the head and that she knows the name of Jesus.
Wow.
I'm like, are you okay? I was like, "Are you okay?" She goes, "Yeah." It's like, good. I just turned and kept walking.
Well, you know, at first when it came on around here, everybody was wearing them, and I was one of the only ones that wasn't. And now there's a lot of people don't wear them.
Yeah, yeah.
People are just blowing this shit off. It's like, you know, it's over with, you guys. Like I always say, you know, hydrochloroquine and zinc, you know, it's
Just
over
start
with
taking
now.
things. So really, the hydrochloroquine is only for like after you get it. Okay.
Did you
If you
hear
take
that
zinc, if you take the
it's
zinc
two
and the
times a
silver,
week?
do what?
Like every 3 days, you have to take 2 of these tablets.
No, listen.
And
Remember the colloidal
that's
silver
what they
stuff?
do for like malaria and stuff. And if you do that, don't matter what virus it is, it'll keep any
The
virus away.
hydroxychloroquine, okay, the hydroxychloroquine is for after you get the thing. The zinc will stop.
Yeah, but they're
silver
taking it
will stop.
prophylactically now, like they do for malaria.
Well, yeah, but that's not the proper usage for it.
The doctors are taking it prophylactically now, and they take
Yeah,
two
I heard about
tablets.
that.
Yeah, 2 tablets every 3 days, and they take one zinc every morning when they get up.
Remember what I was telling you about this?
Yeah,
That they would find the cure for the common cold, and they have.
that's that's why. That's everybody says, why are they throwing such? That's why, you guys.
That's why.
It stops all viruses.
I tell you, I'm just saying that just is one of those things that came to me deal.
Yeah. Yeah, we talked about that one night when it first started. That's one of the first things I thought was, you know how, what's that old, my mom used to say, she used to say, methinks you complain too much. That's what my mom, one of her favorite sayings was when she caught someone that was lying.
Right.
Methinks you complain too much. And that's what they're doing. They're complaining too much. It's like, why are you complaining about something this shit's safer than Tylenol? Why are you? Yeah, they give it to pregnant women and you know, women that are feeding their children. Why are you? This stuff is really safe. Why do you care? You know,
this is not one of these crazy dangerous drugs, and it's
and that one doctor said that
per pill or something.
Yeah, he did like a study. Well, it wasn't a study, but he kept track of like 300 or 400 patients of his. And he helped every single one of them. No one hospitalized, no one nothing, all cured, whatever. He said, but the odd thing about that was in that same time frame, he had 4 different patients that went to the hospital from complications from Tylenol.
Oh, really? So don't take it.
Yeah, it's safer than Tylenol. Fuck this shit.
Right.
You know, I find it extremely, like you said, I go in these places and I look around at these people and some of them have this, almost all of them have this really sad look in their eyes. Like they're beat down and they're worn out and.
Yeah. Right. Their intercommunications and their connections are gone.
Mm-hmm.
They've lost their connection with humanity, with the people around them. I'm telling you, this is all psychologically proven. This is all this stuff is really legitimately a control factor down to the individual.
You're right, Singh. They don't cure, they treat. There's no money in curing, If you just give them a cure for something and you don't ever see them again, you don't make any money.
Exactly. Right.
I mean, it's that simple.
Be some complicated something you don't know about kind of thing.
I had walking pneumonia one time. The only time in my life I ever took a flu shot. I ended up with walking pneumonia.
Right.
And I'd get up in the morning and I'd feel not too bad, so I'd go to work. By 1 or 2 in the afternoon, I couldn't hardly move. I could just barely get to the couch and go to sleep, And he must have tried 4 or 5 different antibiotics on me. It went on for a month and a half. He must have made a ton of money off of treating me. I don't know. It went through my work insurance, so I don't know what it cost, but
right.
He made a bunch of money, and I got to get water.
But yeah, this is, I mean, it's just that ridiculous. So supposedly there was like 1 million people or more died from the Spanish flu. Singularity, I think. Why do you say zero? Because that's what they had talked about. Yeah, Trump's taking the hydroxychloroquine. Uh, yeah.
Yeah, they're Jax is done. Jax is done with the vaccinations thing.
Good.
He's not taking them no more. No, we're done with all that.
Good job.
You know, and back in the 50s and 40s, some of the vaccines were actually clean vaccines and they were actually legitimate.
Right.
And then they got co-opted, corrupted in the, what was it, 60s and 70s. They, hey, we'll use a vaccine to poison these people.
We'll just combine all these together and
yeah,
one dose. And, yeah, wrong. Bad idea. The old-fashioned way of vaccinating measles, mumps, and that kind of thing was you'd have a little party and all your friends come over and all your cousins come over and all the family come over and give everybody measles or mumps or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I remember being ushered.
I remember the mumps, itchy little spots that didn't even bother you.
Right. After chickenpox, I was a little gun shy.
Maybe that was the chicken pox or whatever. But one of them they just had little red itchy bumps and it just went away and I never even felt bad or nothing.
Well, I remember my mother ushering us over to a place where kids had mumps, and I was like, "Why would we go over there? Because they have mumps." And then we ended up with mumps, of course.
Herd immunity.
Mm-hmm. Get them while they're young is what they used to say.
Yeah,
the rubella and the dengue and all that stuff, and it was, stupid shit. But once you get it, I guess you do develop your vaccine. And I've been vaccinated off of everything in the military. Before they shipped us overseas, we had a special one. You know what I'm saying? You go through a series. Yeah, even my son, before he got before all this stuff came out, he got vaccinated to go over to Afghanistan. Well, he wasn't allowed to be around his young children for 2 weeks.
Oh, wow.
Because of the vaccinations that he took. Otherwise, because he would be a carrier for 2 weeks.
Wow.
So he had to quarantine himself away from his family for 2 weeks. And then in preparation for deployment. Yeah.
And then Dallas said, did anybody hear Trump's speech today? Dallas said it was a good one, but I didn't catch it.
I didn't either. Oh, man. I'll have to check that out. But
well, exactly. See?
Yeah.
Used to cure it.
Used to give a shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, people then used to go around, I want to kill babies. That kind of shit.
What were the high points, Dallas? Like you said it, you liked it. What did he say that you liked?
What was it? Yeah, what was he talking about?
Yeah, that makes him mad.
Oh, you know it pisses him off.
Yeah, yeah. Look, they've been just ripping us off. They've just been raping us financially for decades.
And he doesn't want businesses to go back to Mexico.
Yeah, I got really high today, and people kind of got mad at me because I had my lackadaisical personality disorder came out, and they were talking gloom and doom, and I don't. So they didn't get mad at me. They just, you know what I mean. Some people dwell on that shit. I don't dwell on that crap.
Yeah, it is fake news. it's gonna be fine. There's nothing I can do about that one. I can't shut that one off, or it shuts off. Yeah.
It's the way it should be, Dallas. That's exactly what is supposed to fund our federal government is our foreign taxes, not our companies that are American. The companies that are foreign companies that are doing business in America. The tariffs from that are that's what was designed originally to fund our federal government. We're not supposed to have to pay taxes.
That's right. That's right. And
Matter of fact,
any
it's
tax upon the American
unconstitutional
people.
to
Yeah.
pay taxes.
In fact, the statement in the Constitution says that any tax upon the people shall be proportionate to the individual. Period.
Yep.
This graduated income tax and progressive income tax, guess what? Progressive. Here we go. It's all illegal, according to the Constitution. And it was brought about with the 16th Amendment, supposedly. But anything that contradicts the base wording of the Constitution is therefore hereby automatically resolute. In other words,
Yeah. There's only one. We're only governed by law. Law is the Constitution.
Yep.
So that's what govern. We're not governed under legal. We're governed under the law. There's two different. There's the legal, and that's what like all this crap is when you go. It's like getting a ticket. You have to prove an injured party, and you're only responsible to the injured party. And let's say you're driving too fast and you go off the road and you hit a sign and you wreck that sign, you are responsible for the price of that sign. But you don't owe the state nothing. This bullshit of giving you a ticket because you're going 65 and a 55 or 70 and a 60 or whatever. If nobody's injured, if there isn't an injured party, there isn't a crime.
There is no crime. Exactly. If there's no victim, there is no crime.
And that's what I wonder. Is that what he's talking about when he keeps saying he's given the country back to us, through all of his and people are mad because I bet he's been in office 3.5 years and nothing's been done and blah, blah, blah. Well, this shit we're dealing with, you guys, has been going on for over a century. It goes back, I think, if I'm not mistaken, to like 1878 or something.
And the only reason we can deal with the issues we're dealing with right now is because of the shit he's already done.
Yeah.
This is a hill. He's taken down the mountain.
Yeah, it's not. This stuff's been built for, 140 years?
Yeah.
it's going to take more than 3 years to get these
bastards.
stop this. Yeah.
Yeah, especially after what they've done and the way they've played their hand. They've held him back.
And all this stuff you're seeing right now, this, I don't care if it's the Wuhan, I don't care if it's the mask, I don't care what it is out there right now, the protests, the this, the that, all this shit is cannon fodder. It's like years ago when an army knew that they were defeated, they would send the last remnants of their troop out to battle, even when they knew they were going to get wiped out. So, and all that did was bought the generals and the uppers a chance to make their escape.
Yeah, that's exactly
and that's what's going on right now. It's got nothing to do with the Wuhan virus. It has nothing to do with impeachment. It has nothing to do with anything that's going on, riots or protests. It's about throwing cannon fodder out there so that they can try to figure out a way to get out of this and run away from it.
Guaranteed. It's all
that's what it is.
Smoke and mirrors, all so they can escape. And I'm telling you,
exactly what it is.
The ones that ain't in custody and in prison prior to the election aren't going to make it. There's not a lot of them that are going to make it through the election. And I don't mean physical harm, just losing their races with their stances with the BLM and the 10% of the people that would say that ideology is even feasible as in a rolling situation. It's only 10%, maybe 14 at most. The cameras are lying to you because they're showing you these crowds, but they're not showing you the million people that are pissed off with the shit that they're doing. Including
we don't do that, you guys. We don't do that. You know, it's like these protesters, they think we're going to change everything and we're going to take over. Those clowns are being allowed to do that.
And all they're really effectively doing is pissing off every one of their used to be voting constituents.
Exactly.
Okay?
Just showing them.
And turning them into Trump supporters.
That's exactly what's going on.
They're just making more Trump supporters. Every person they attack, every time they go after somebody, every time they, like this couple that's defended themselves against one of their fucking riots on their house. Okay.
That couple in Missouri you're talking about.
Yeah. All they did, those people were Democrats, hardball Democrats before this. Well, guess what? They're not anymore. They're Trump supporters now. I'm guaranteed, brother. I'm telling you, he's been on Fox News now and everything. But before that, he was a Democrat. He was living next to the mayor, a Democrat. There's a whole Democrat section of that richy ass neighborhood they live in. I used to do computer systems out there. Okay, so no, yeah, it's all. They were hardball Democrats, bro. They've been hardball Democrats for a long time. Now they're not. That was a vote that couldn't be changed, but did. They changed it.
Yeah, you can bet they're not voting Democrat anymore.
Nope, not a damn thing. And they're going to convert a whole bunch of people along with it. So, yeah, no, president has been ever elected without at least 15% of the black vote. Well, guess what? Trump's already estimated to have more than 45% of it.
I was just going to say that. You're right. You're exactly right. That's the same number I heard.
And I'm telling you what, that number alone right there tells you who's going to win the next president. And there are not going to be a lot of Democrats left. I'm telling you, after the election, there won't be a lot of Democrats in office. Not a lot. Not enough to have. We'll have patriots, a lot of patriots in there. We'll still have some establishment Republican bullshit to deal with. But not enough to faction. And the Democrats will be running scared. They will be obstructionist and as much as they can. And that's all they'll be. Just a bunch of noise in the background because they're not going to be big enough to be. There'll be a news article after.
Yeah, they're going to relegate themselves to just another fringe party.
Right. It's
Yeah, they're
crazy.
going to be pretty much irrelevant as far as the political environment.
Right. And they'll rebrand themselves, and the Democrat Party will go away.
Yep.
I'm telling you. But there are some bigger things coming up too, guys. There is an effort to create Federation of Nations. And you can look it up and find your own information.
But Crow, there is something to that. That isn't like they aren't just mentals or nothing. We really don't. We do have a right to travel freely and unaccosted.
Singularity.
No, I have a license. I'm not saying that you know I have a license too and all that, but there is something to that. That is something that's we don't have to. You don't have to have a driver's license to drive a car. You don't have to. Really, insurance is unconstitutional too.
That's extortion. It's literally extortion.
You know, like it's a good idea. I carry insurance though, but it's a good idea because I mean you're responsible for whatever you do in your car.
You know how the rich people handle insurance? You know, the rich people, they don't have insurance.
Well, they self-insure.
They self-insure. And you know, all they have to do is set up a bond with $50,000 and boom, they're self-insured. And it's a bond, so they'll be getting interest off that money. That's how they deal with it.
I don't know, John. I don't know if I don't think they're gonna. I think it's gonna get. I think it's gonna. I don't know. I don't see them letting that happen.
Only in fraud, John. The only places that'll happen is where they get away with their fraud. But they are not going to take the majority of the House or the Senate. It's all, they're all in trouble, and they all know it. Key factors of their organization, of the Democrat Party, including Schumer, Pelosi, Adam Schiff, Nadler, and God knows, you know, Mad Max. Okay, these people are all they're all going to face justice here very soon. Very soon. And yeah, talk about October surprise. A lot of people on the ballots won't even be available to be elected. I'm telling you, it's not a joke.
And right now it doesn't look good. You know, I mean, they're pulling all this shit constantly, and they're making people, you know, I mean, it's making it pretty miserable for everybody. But I can't believe they would let the country go to fraud like that not at this point where it's.
You want to see something crazy? Watch what happens to Oregon and Washington in the election. They're gonna go red.
Minnesota too.
Minnesota too. You damn right.
Yeah, we were only 5,000 votes from being red the last election, and you can bet your ass that was fraud.
Right. Yo. So, yeah, there was counties in Ohio that had no voters whatsoever reported. You remember that?
Yeah, I wonder, would they couldn't risk the country. I don't think they would risk the country on letting it be just open fraud like that again.
I'm not sure exactly how this is going to play out.
No, I don't either, you know, but we think we know, and there's so much we don't know, you guys.
I know, man.
There's so much happening we don't know that, you know.
Traps that are being set, things that are being done.
Well, it's like Cuomo and is throwing a fit, and you know, there's 5 of the governors. Just so you know, Minnesota, he ain't one of the governors, but he's in that too. Them ones that sent all the old people back to the nursing homes and assisted living. That shit ain't going away.
Nope.
They're trying like hell. They don't want that to happen. They're trying to cover it up, but it's not going away.
And their wealthy class is leaving New York. Out of Dodge like evacuations. They got whole buildings that are empty now.
Yeah.
So
I just have a, I keep, typing it, and I'm not joking. I really do have a naggy, unexplainable feeling of optimism, and I don't know where it comes from because there's nothing that's going on that would make you feel optimistic.
at least what you can see.
That you can, yeah, but I just have this feeling of optimism, like something's going on here something's going on here.
Well, you know what? It is the underlying force of all things.
Yeah.
It is the plan and the creation of the creator. Okay. That's the magic in the mist is the plans of the creator. God is in control. And there is comfort in knowing that as long as you are trying to be the best you could be for him, you know what I'm saying, on his side.
Well, I got a brother-in-law right now that runs a vehicle everywhere he goes, and he's got a license plate on it that says this is private property. Leave me alone. I don't know. I'll get it sometime and I'll write it down so I can tell you guys what it reads. And he doesn't get stopped or nothing. As a matter of fact, he had trouble with it one time, and we were trying in town to get this electronics. We found out it was a ground problem. It made it miss and all this shit. It's what is it? A 2016 Cadillac Escalade.
Oh shit! Right.
Yeah. So we got this fixed. Well, I'm right in town, Rochester, and I'm leaving the shop. They weren't the ones that fixed it. It had to go to another shop. But anyway, we were leaving the shop. I had a city cop behind me and one on the left. There's no way they didn't see that license. And I thought, sure as hell, here we go. I'm going to get pulled over.
Right.
I'm running without no license plates, no nothing on it. And they both turned off and went the other way. And he's been talked to like 3 times by different police. I was there at one in Iowa where they asked, what's that about? And he says, you don't have no business with that vehicle. Got nothing to do with you people. And they just got in their cars and left. And we took off down the road. I mean, so there must be something to it. I don't know what it is. I know there's something to it, but I have too much with Jackson and with my life, and I have too much on the line that I'm not the one that can, make the fight. Right. If it was just me, if it was me by myself, I wouldn't give a shit. Right. But I'm not the one to make that. That ain't the hill I can die on, because bottom line is, whether it's constitutional or not, if they've corrupted it to the point they're going to do that, they're going to throw you in jail, whether it's constitutional or not. They don't care. Right. I can't.
Right, I know.
But my brother-in-law, he's a crazy fucker, boy. That guy's half nuts, and they don't bother him at all.
I'm sure.
Yeah. Never from the day he bought it. Never had a license on it. Never. I'll get the license plate. What I'll do, you guys, is I'll get the license plate. I'll write it down and I'll type it in one of these times so you guys can see what he says on this license plate. It's about personal property and some other stuff. I don't know how it really goes, but so there's something to it, but I don't know.
Yeah, get a picture of it.
Yeah, I will. I'll show you what I'm talking about.
Excellent. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's something to it, and I don't know what it is. And no, I'm not going to be the one to, I'm not going to be the example.
One of these days, I'm going to get you my phone number.
Yeah. Should just, that Box 22 Stewartville, just send me your information through Box 22 through Stewartville, and we're done.
Okay.
And I can send you back all my information, and nothing hits the internet.
Okay.
I don't want you guys, nothing goes on the internet for me. Nothing financially, I know. Nothing about my family. Nothing goes on this thing about me. Not where I live, nothing. I don't pay bills online. I don't buy online. I don't do anything like that.
Hey, clearly joking. There is a component of those famous people, celebrities kind of thing about all this too, because
you're right. You're exactly right. It's about, it has to do with, like, anything, it doesn't matter what law it is, it doesn't matter. It has to marry up to the Constitution. It's like people say the states have rights, and they do in certain things, but even a state,
Can't
any
cross the
law
line.
in their Constitution, anything they do, doesn't matter. It has to marry up to the Constitution directly. It has to stay within that framework.
You cannot contradict.
Yes, it cannot.
No.
And of course, it has been for 100 and what is it back to when they went on the gold standard. So what was that? 1878 or something?
I thought it was 1810. Around.
It might be. It's been a long time now that it got kind of flipped on its ear. And they pulled a bunch of crap, you know.
Mm-hmm.
They pulled a bunch
that was Hamilton. That was Hamilton. That was Alexander Hamilton did that shit. Yeah. And then Jackson came in and took care of it. And they killed him.
Yeah, seeing I'm not a teacher, so I don't know how to explain it. Like, you know, I don't have that verbal ability to, you know, and I can't bring up the exact, but I've done a lot of research on this stuff. I just don't know how to explain it to people, or how. I'm not the guy to ask to explain it. But I know that there is something to all this. I don't know what it all is exactly, but the not having to, you do have the right to travel in this country freely, unaccosted. You do have that right.
Yeah.
And the licensing, even though it's public roads and stuff, anything that's done by your government, that means your state or your federal government. What if you work for the state or federal government, you fall in that umbrella, and you might have to have a license, but not the citizens themselves. There's a whole different set of constitutional rules that we run under than what they run under. Right. Anybody that works for a state or a federal government, there's separate sets of rules for us to be like not pay. We really don't have to pay taxes. People say that all the time. Oh, you don't pay taxes, you're a piece of shit. Well, really, actually, no. Actually, it's come in front of the Supreme Court twice. People that got it that far went all the way to the Supreme Court about not paying taxes, and the only argument their lawyers put to them was, okay, no problem, we'll pay taxes. Well, but just show me the law that says they have to pay taxes. In both cases, the judge banged his gavel and threw the case out.
Yep, because there is no law.
There is no law that says we have to pay taxes. It's
antithetical to the Constitution.
Absolutely.
They cannot make a law in violation of the Constitution. So there is no law.
It's kind of like, if you look at it, it's like the gold and silver standard. You hear these people talk about the gold and silver standard and what's going to happen if the dollar crashes. It's going to be worth nothing, right? No, that's not the way it's going to work. In order for them to go back to the gold and silver standard, they have to protect the wealth that the American people already have. Now, to what degree, I don't know if it'll be dollar for dollar, 100%, but they have to protect what people have. You can't just take everything people have worked their whole lives away and just, oh, well, you know, we're going back to the gold standard. That money you got in the bank ain't worth shit.
I have a feeling the conversion will have something to do with silver.
Oh, you know it's gonna. Well, and the experts that tell you about these crashes and everything's gonna happen in this crash, the truth is, for them, those people, there's nobody alive right now. There's nobody alive, no financial expert walking the face of this planet that has ever worked under any other umbrella than these central bank system. So even the experts that are supposedly so know-it-all in financial, they don't know what's going to happen.
Nope. There is a group of Mises understudies like Ron Paul and the Austrian economics, and they know what they're doing. They know what to do, and that's what Trump's doing too. Believe it or not. Yep, that's exactly what's going on.
So it really, it is a pretty fun time to be alive because, I don't know what's going to happen. I have no idea.
Well,
Yeah,
I
that's
got it.
true.
No, we got an idea.
Well, I mean, you got an idea and you can hope, but you don't really know.
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
know. Okay, another thing is I've heard they say that they've confiscated a bunch of gold in the trillions. In the 60, I heard some 40, some $60 trillion worth of gold.
Yeah, 60 trillion is what I heard.
Okay,
Yeah,
if
or
he's got
more.
$60 trillion worth of gold, everything he's doing right now makes perfect sense.
Yes, it does.
He's destroying them with their own money. Now, I don't know if maybe that might be bullshit and he may not have the gold. I don't know.
I
But
think
if he does,
because that
if
came
he
out.
really does have the gold,
Yeah, that
then
came
this
out
all
in
makes sense,
18.
what he's doing.
Yeah. Yo, that came out in 18. I remember that big time. Yeah, it was yeah.
That would
I think he's got
I don't know how all that would work. Seeing I don't really understand. I don't really understand that. That's where I'm not a teacher and I'm not schooled enough, or you know what I mean. I'm not smart enough. I
he's
don't
getting
know.
ready to suspend payroll taxes. In other
Yeah.
words, there'll be no more taxes coming out of your check.
Imagine that. You know how many years you guys? I worked in the trades for a long time, and I'm not bragging because it's just a simple truth. We worked a shitload of overtime in what I did, and we made really good money.
Yeah.
And I paid more in taxes than most people made that had a good job.
Yeah.
And I'm not bragging because it pissed me off for years. And I always thought to myself, what would my life would have been like when I was making $2,700 a week, and I was cashing 12 and 1,800 and 14, and I was paying $7, $8, $9, $1,000 a week in taxes a week.
Yeah, Carpenter. See, when I was doing that, they wanted me to work overtime. I'd always ask them, how many hours you talking about? We talking about a couple, or we talking about 4, or we talking about more? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because the more you work, the less you get.
Oh yeah, because if you work 2 hours worth of overtime, it'll blow your tax rate. Boom. I was right there on that borderline, and it blew my tax rate. I made less if I worked 2 more hours of overtime on my pay period. I would make less on my check than if I didn't.
Yeah, yeah. What if everybody, all of us here, I don't know how much everybody makes, and it's none of my business, but what if all of you know your own checks? Look at them. Look at what you pay in taxes, and I know you're disgusted about it because I was. Imagine the way it changes your life if you get that wealth, because I'm not going to say dollars because I don't know how that's going to work, but that wealth, if you get to keep that wealth for yourself and you don't have to pay it.
You don't have to pay any more taxes.
Yeah. See, there's our national debt. There's two ways we can pay our national debt off, and it's gone. One is foreign aid, and the other one is tariffs.
Yep.
If we equalize tariffs, whatever they charge for us to send our goods to their company, we charge their companies that same to do it. That wipes out, or our foreign aid will wipe out our.
We could stop giving all the money out to every country on the fucking planet. Excuse my language. But
well, that's right. And that goes for every country. That's not just the United States. That goes for the other countries too.
Especially countries that are not allianced even with us.
Well, absolutely. Absolutely.
So,
but there again, I'm not the guy you're going to want to put up in front of the class to make the argument, because I don't have the ability or the vocabulary to explain it all.
Well, here's the deal, Carpenter. With all the shit that's going down with the UN right now, they're moving to Brussels. This is already in the mark on the move. He's already told them to get the fuck off. Get the hell out. Excuse my language. I'm sorry, but this kind of stuff really does. I really do have kind of an anger about this. You know what I'm saying? And but we're already out of the World Health Organization. We're already out of the IMF. We have nothing to do with them. We have nothing to do with now their climate.
Well, good. That's a really good point. You know, people say, well, he's just one of them too. You guys, that's not true. He isn't one of them, because
No, he's not.
these things he's talking about, the global warming bullshit, all this others, these are things they have to have in place to control. This is stuff that they have to have in place.
Yep.
And so it wouldn't make, that just makes no sense if he was controlled by them, that he would be shutting down the very things that they find necessary to drive that final nail into the coffin of us.
Correct. And now you're not having to deal with the climate change. Look what happened to Canada. Look at Tanya with what she went through when they instituted that carbon tax up there.
Yep.
That would have been us too.
Oh, sure it would have.
Okay. Now she had to pick up. She has to work full time and more in order to even exist. So, yeah.
What's Mike Huckabee's? What's Mike? You should come in here, Sing. You're better at this stuff than I am. Of course it is, Dallas. It's control is all it is. It's nonsense. CO2 is when I tape that isn't, when I type that, it isn't a joke. CO2 is a nutrient, not a pollutant.
What was
the
he?
higher
What
people do count, the higher, the more healthy the planet is. Learned it in 3rd grade.
Yeah.
That's a fact. No, absolutely it is awful, Dallas. It's horrible. It's horrible what they've been doing to the whole world. It's horrible what they've done to Europe. It's horrible what they've done to the Middle East. It's horrible what they've done to this entire planet.
Yeah, I mean, for God's sakes, they're responsible for all these wars, all this crap, all this death and destruction, the societal manipulations and stuff like that. The George Soroses of the world are just evil, and they thrive on like the Rothschilds and Warburgs and all of them. It's just, they're just evil. They feed on the destruction of they profit off of it. They control. It's just disgusting. They don't.
I'd like to know more about that too. And I've got into that a little bit, but not far enough to really. I haven't formed a complete opinion on it yet. It's like when anything happens, I always wait a few weeks and let it before I jump in and start, having an opinion. I like to wait and see what it is first. I wait and look.
Yeah, there's another one called Web Spider. There's a spider one that does that as well. I'm familiar with too.
Fuck, if we ever planned a weekend, you guys, we'd spend 3 days, nobody'd get a damn bit of sleep.
Oh, I know, man.
You just sit and hash this crap out for days on end.
But it's I mean, it's stuff that a lot of people aren't aware of, believe it or not. So it's good to be out there and talking about it, because
do that, Sue, Singularity, because I do really want to. Your opinion does matter. You're quite knowledgeable and your opinion. It's like that chameleon that comes in here.
Chameleon, listen.
Yeah, he has really well-formed, well-thought-out opinions based in fact and common sense and rational thinking.
Yeah,
and Sing's one of them too. There's guys that really, their opinions are valid and they do make a difference. And I do like to hear people's, because people dive into everything.
Right. But no, I mean, the stuff that you're running across and the thoughts that you have about it and stuff like that are important. And that's what we're doing here, is trying to bring that out. And, any insight you might have could enlighten any one of us or all of us. You know what I'm saying? So your input is important one way or the other. It is the great American experience. So
Crow, Dallas, John, all these guys, most of these guys that I talk to and visit with, I'm pretty aloof about it anymore because I've just taken so many fucking red pills that they just don't bother me no more.
Right.
But they all have, really, these guys all have good, valid opinions and good common sense train of thought and, good critical thinking abilities.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Oh man. Oh my God. It's almost 1 o'clock in the morning. Oh Lord. I'm gonna have to hit the hay, guys, here soon. So give it to the top
I
of
do
the hour.
want to see what that Huckabee's plan is.
Yeah, I
I know
know. I want to see
I've
that
heard
too.
about a certain percentage across the board. I've heard a bunch of different plans, and some of them do make pretty good sense.
Well, the one I like the best is the terror effect. You know what I'm saying? Basically, that's the way it's supposed to be. I say
Yeah, go,
Constitution.
absolutely. You know, people say China this, China that. China, we have an $800 billion trade deficit.
Mhm.
You guys, that means if we lose $800 billion to them people, that's what it takes to break even.
And guess what happens if the monetary system falls apart? The debt falls out from under us as well.
Yeah,
Okay. That's the thing about it. The
I
debt
do
goes
like
away.
I do like Mike Huckabee Dallas. I
He
do
kicks
like it.
out the central bank, the debt goes with them. They're the ones
Yeah.
that are holding the note. Yep.
I just can't. I really am one of them people that I really do just wish peace and prosperity on everybody. And I don't want anything but the best for, I don't care who they are, everybody.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
that's all that matters. You know, it's about being a humanitarian. Like there's some people that want to destroy it. Well, there's a lot more, way more that really are humanitarians, and they don't want ill
Hey,
over. Now,
John.
I'm not going to build my wealth or build me into a fortune if not saying that I wouldn't love to do that, but I wouldn't do that on the back of destroying people.
Right.
If I had to destroy other people, then I'm going to spend my life a poor man, and that's okay. That's okay, because my conscience is more important than that.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely.
As soon as you get it, put it in Hangouts or whatever.
Or, well, he said he was going to go get it.
He said he's having trouble finding it now. It's right, ain't it, Dallas? It's about don't wish ill on other people. Don't want bad to happen. Although there's evil people, and there is only one way to deal with them.
Same. What you do is you right click on it, open a new window, and then grab the link out of the address bar.
Good point, battery.
All life is carbon faith. Right. But yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Trump knows what he's talking about. You know, the only thing we have to worry about are these outside forces and the natural events. Okay, these are going to be the challenges in the future. Okay, now I'm talking about next year kind of stuff. This fall, it's mostly man-made crap. Okay, so yeah. It's just going to be life's going to become a little bit difficult for a while. Okay. Once it comes back, it's going to be great.
You know that does make a little more sense than the way they're doing it now. You know, guy goes out and buys a new car, right? Or even a newer car, because most people I know can't afford brand new. And so we're talking, when I say new, I mean new to that person that just bought it. If your car is a certain date, you got to pay an exorbitant amount for licensing versus a car that's another certain. What is that? That don't even make any sense. Your license on your car, your license tab should cost what your license tabs cost.
Right.
You know, here in Minnesota, it's terrible, you guys.
Right.
I know people that buy new cars; they're paying $500-600 a year just to put a license tab on them. I pay like $28.50.
Right.
Mine's old. I mean, what does it matter? But why
mine's like
penalize?
$20 a month, $20 a year. I buy a
Yeah, but
3-year.
why penalize that guy that finally worked hard and got a decent car? If he puts license tabs on his car, it should be the license tab should be what license tabs are. That's it.
Well, we have personal property tax here. So, yeah, you get taxed because you own the car. Yeah. Now, you don't just have to license it as well and hold insurance on it if you plan on operating on the roads. You have to pay a personal property tax on it.
And I would agree with him on that, Sing, 100%.
Yeah, the IRS goes away when the central bank goes away because it is the collection force for the central bank. The Fed.
I would agree with that, John. It's the ridiculous fleecing, the constant fleecing. Even with everything, even with all the, because I worked in the trades all my life, 28 years. I worked in the trades, but I did contract work on the side. You guys, I never had nothing. It was always just trying to tread water and keep going. And, people used to say, well, how come you work so hard? Well, like hot water heater ain't working right, and I got to get a new one. Got to pay my car insurance, my transmission slipping, my whatever, the roof's leaking, whatever comes up in life. It was just a constant struggle. It just never ended.
All right.
And it has to stop. People don't need to live like that. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking, Sing. Me and you've talked about that a bunch of times. Bust your ass and kill yourself to break even, to just operate. That's ridiculous.
And you know what else that federal sales tax would do? Okay. It would, everything that's bought, whether they're legal, illegal, all that stuff. Okay. Everybody pays tax when they buy stuff. So if you're buying stuff, you pay the federal tax. If you ain't buying it for yourself, you pay no tax.
Well, I know the way it works right now. What do you drop? 20 to 30% on your payroll tax. Then when you go to the grocery store, you pay taxes on that. When everything you do, you pay taxes. I mean, how much do you really keep out of your money? It can't be very much.
It's about, I think they estimate about 28 cents out of every dollar is what value you get out of it. Everything else goes to taxes.
That's got to stop. That has to stop. People need to you need to work for yourselves. No wonder people are all pissed.
Yeah, they're oppressed by financial restriction, and then they got these they don't provide their own electricity or water or sewer, and so they're enslaved with the utility, with the conveniences.
Yeah,
rather than providing it for themselves. Which is so, let me tell you something, man. It is so nice not having to worry about. I might have issues like this here, but I am the electric company on my property. I'll check that out tomorrow and I'll figure it out what it is and I'll fix it. And that's I'll have my electric stabilized and ready to go, and I'm building more because I want more electric. So I've been buying some new equipment so I can run a deep freezer and a refrigerator.
We do, John. You're right, John. We need that these free energy things. We need them to quit being suppressed.
Exactly. The new technologies are going to come out.
Oh, I hope so.
That's part of what's going to be the glorious return of the American dream. Yeah, it's going to be quite cool. I mean, you just got to get through the rough times. Hey, you know, like free liberty needs to be fed from time to time with the blood of patriots and tyrants. Fortunately. But we'll get through it. And gonna be it's gonna be awesome. But you just gotta get through it.
Yeah.
Keep God in sight, rely on him, and you'll be fine. So I thank God for each and every one of you guys, each and every day. And that's not a joke. Not even close. And I want to thank you, Carpenter and Bubba, and everybody that came up on screen. Jimmy B, God bless you. Say a prayer for him. He obviously beat you. John, thanks for coming in. We had a couple new people come in tonight. It seemed like they were pretty cool. Singularity and Don Bear was here. All that stuff.
Yeah, it's nice to see Bear again, ain't it?
Yeah, it is good. I like seeing him. I'm really happy that he's at least being able to get on. I can't wait till he gets a decent connection. He can be on screen with us. So, but it sounds like he's doing good. He's getting another place here soon, and closer to town with power. He said, and a connection. So he should be on screen soon. Yeah, it's 1:00 in the morning, guys, and I got to get up and bust ass tomorrow because it's going to start raining after today. So, yeah,
Don Bear, John, he comes in every now and then. You'll see him. He was gone for months and months. I don't even know how long time.
Yeah.
Just ran into some bumpy road, and it sounds like he's getting the path smoothed out a little bit.
Yeah, he's got some good stuff happening for him. So
and that's good. That's good to hear.
Yeah. So I can't believe we've been without weed for that long now. He said he ain't had like in 2 months.
Oh wow.
I know, right? That's what I said.
I've been trying to knock that shit off. I get some fucking stoned in the afternoon sometimes.
But the coolest thing about it, you go like for 3 days without smoking and just like reset, and next thing you know, you only get 1 or 2 hits is all you want to take. Like,
well, that's just what I do, and that's why I get so goofy sometimes because I'll go 4 or 5 days and won't catch a buzz, and then I'll, fire up the old bowl, and then I want to talk to everybody, and then you see how goofy I get.
Yeah, it's awesome though. I love it. Okay.
You bet. Don't you be disappearing again like you did either.
Now, yeah, I've got your address. I know Canoes texted it to me, so I'm good to go. I'll get that out to you. I'll probably get it out to you tomorrow. Okay. So
yeah.
All right. God bless America.
Yeah. Good night, people.
Yes. Good night. And I tell you what, guys, dream well because we are winning. Okay. You have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you tomorrow.